seeing beautiful faces on your screen. You weren't ready for it. I know
this. Right?
Good morning
to you, gorgeous. Good morning, Mzansi. It's so good to be with you. Normally, we are not like, together.
No.
This is the first time we're like right next to each other.
Sharing an actual space on your screen. Because usually it's, throwing to Jersey, throwing to Cape Town, but now the Queen has graced us with her presence and come down to the mother city.
Says the Queen of Cape Town. Oh my goodness. You can call me Zanele, aka Jess, because I'm the Johannesburg exchange student. That's me.
Johannesburg exchange student. That's going to stick.
Yes.
That's going to stick, actually, Zanele.
Thank you.
It only feels appropriate that this time of the morning I make you some coffee.
Oh, you are so sweet,
as a welcome to the space, do you mind?
Yes. No,
Can I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Let me get some milk for you, babe.
Thank you, my angel. You see, if this is how I'm going to get treated in Cape Town, can I be here all the time? Like,
you can. In fact, Jess, move down.
Thank you.
We're ready for you to become Kiss, actually.
I was about to say. The Cape Town exchange student.
Come on now.
I love this.
Well, thank you for spending your Thursday morning with us as we get started on your Klein Vrydag. There is so much coming your way on the show. Really excited to just have Zanele here and really embrace her for all that she is, the goodness that she brings to your screen every other morning. And really, it's such an honor to have you on our floor right here, Zanele.
Thank you, my Carissa. Says you, my ray of sunshine every single morning. My goodness. And Mzansi, of course, you know that it genuinely is going to be a beautiful morning together. I feel like we all 100% need to get ready because we've got an artist. We're celebrating people. The Luries are in Cape Town.
The Luries are here.
There's so much going on. But, of course, we need to get things started off officially, right?
Yes, I think so. I think it's so important to get into both that Feel Good Morning Post and then also a bit of news, traffic, as well as some sports for the morning.
100%.
What are we talking about?
Let's get into the Good Morning Post, my beautiful people. It's World Porridge Day today, and we want to hear from you. How do you like your pap? Is it savory or is it sweet? Extra butter, maybe some sugar or something else. Drop us a voice note on 063-408-8863 and let us know. And of course, all over social media streets, we want to hear #Expresso Show. But my lovely, I do tell you this much, that for me, Sana, I need it to be 100% savory. Do you know what I mean? And the reason is, I am a South African through and through. Therefore, the braai, it comes with savory pap. Therefore, the savory pap, it's elite, and I won't hear anything else. However, it's not about me, it's about you. Savory or sweet, do let us know, my lovely. Right about now, though, we need to take care of business at the top of the hour, and this is why the beautiful Carissa has got you for the news headlines.
Thank you, Queen Zan. Let's get into a bit of national news to start off this morning. 3 minutes after 6 o'clock, and we get started here. Action SA's Dr. Nasipi Moya has been elected as the new mayor of Tshwane with 122 votes, defeating former mayor Silius Brink, who received 86 votes. Brink was removed in a motion of no confidence 2 weeks ago. Now, Moya is the 6th mayor in 8 years and the 2nd woman to hold the position, following Dr. Gwen Ramakgopa. In an acceptance speech, Moya pledged to reform service delivery and firmly stated, "I am a mayor for all 4 million residents of Tshwane, and on that point, I am non-negotiable." Sticking to news in the country, former public protector Busisiwe Mokabane has lost her bid to compel the office of the public protector to pay her 10 million rand in gratuity. Now, the High Court in Pretoria ruled against Mokabane, citing her removal for incompetence and misconduct in September 2023. Public Protector Kuleka Aleka refused the gratuity, stating it was not part of Mkobane's contractual terms. Judge Ompesete Muki ruled that Mkobane's constitutional rights were not violated and she was not entitled to consultation under the Promotion of Administrative Justice Act. Looking further afield at international news making headlines, vote counting began in Mozambique last night for an election widely expected to result in another victory for the ruling Frelimo party, which has been in power since 1975. Now, President Felipe Nyusi, who is stepping down after serving the 2-term limit, was among the first to cast his vote when polls opened for the 16 million registered voters. Now, the party's presidential candidate, 47-year-old Daniel Chapo, who was relatively unknown until his nomination, presents himself as an agent of change. Official results are expected in about 2 weeks. Meanwhile, North Korea severed road and railway access to South Korea yesterday, aiming to completely isolate the two countries. Its military announced plans to permanently shut off the southern border and reinforce areas on its side. It described the move as a self-defensive measure against potential war, claiming it was responding to military exercises in South Korea and the frequent presence of American nuclear assets. Now, the declaration is largely symbolic, as the routes have rarely been used and have been gradually dismantled over the past year. Now, for your first bit of news, we close off with a story where nearly 9 in 10 adults believe in love at first sight, but not necessarily with their partners. It's with their dogs. A recent poll found that more dog owners felt an instant connection with their furry friends than with their significant others. In fact, 80% of dog owners were more likely to believe in love at first sight with their pets than with people. While 80% of respondents bonded immediately with their dogs, some took a little longer to connect. Yet 74% said that building that bond over time made it even stronger. Many admitted the joy their dogs brought was a delightful surprise, wishing they'd welcomed their pups into their lives sooner. And from one dog owner to hopefully another, that is definitely the truth. And so we close off your news for this hour. For now, let's head straight into your sport with the Queen, Zanele.
Thank you, my beautiful Carissa. Oh, my goodness. Let's get into some sports this morning as we're celebrating a little bit, as our Proteas woman captain, Laura Volvaert, led her side to an 80-run victory over Scotland in their T20 World Cup group match. Volvaert's 40 off 27 balls, alongside Tamsin Britz's 43, powered SA to 166 for 5, the tournament's highest total so far. Scotland struggled to 86 all out in 17.5 overs, giving the Proteas women a crucial net run rate boost ahead of their final group game against Bangladesh. Over in football world, former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has been appointed as head of football operations at Red Bull, overseeing clubs in Leipzig, Salzburg and New York. Klopp, who left Liverpool last season after a highly successful 9-year stint, will assume a strategic role starting January 2025. His new position will focus on high-level planning rather than direct coaching, marking a new chapter for the 57-year-old in football management. In the rugby world, World Rugby has proposed several law changes to enhance the fan and player experience, including a 20-minute replacement option for red-carded players. Other proposed adjustments include requiring teams to move the ball away after a maul stops once, offering scrum halves increased protection, and introducing 30-second limits for scrum and line-out put-ins. The changes aim to speed up play and were tested in recent international tournaments like the Rugby Championship and Women's 15. In tennis, Wimbledon will replace its traditional line judges with electronic line calling, ELC, from 2025, marking a significant shift in the tournament's 147-year history. The decision follows the trend set by the ATP and WTA tours to enhance accuracy as well as consistency. While other Grand Slams like the Australian and US Opens already use ELC, the French Open remains the only major sticking with manual line calls. The All England Club aims to balance tradition and innovation with this move. For now, let's take a look at what's happening in your weather and get you ready for the day.
Thank you so much, Zanele. Let's get into your first bit of weather, where the South African Weather Service has issued a warning for extremely high fire danger conditions across the central and northeastern regions of the Northern Cape, as well as the southwestern parts of the Eastern Cape and the northeastern areas of the Western Cape. Now, residents should exercise caution as these conditions increase the risk of wildfires. Additionally, a heat wave is expected with persistently high temperatures forecasted in the extreme northeastern parts of the Eastern Cape starting today and lasting until Sunday. Now, in Gauteng, along with portions of Limpopo, Mpumalanga, Free State, Northwest Province, Eastern Northern Cape and Northwestern KwaZulu-Natal will also experience elevated temperatures from Friday through to at least Monday. Definitely weather for that sunblock and the hats to come on out, which is a great reminder to you to share your mornings with us if the sun is shining on your side of the world or not. You can get that through to 063-408-8863. We would love to see what it's looking like on your side of the country, Mzansi. And we thank you in advance for what we're about to see at 7 o'clock. For now, though, let's have a look at what's happening in your world of temperatures for today.
Surprise!
Hi there. Do you know that I'm a privileged individual today with in between these two lovely ladies? It is sensational. Obviously, it's lovely. I love this look that you have here.
Thank you.
I honestly feel like it's a look where I'm on a first-class flight
You
to
are.
9 o'clock. Did you feel that?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's what I feel today.
To
I
your
literally told
Expresso
her.
airline.
And like, honestly, I thought this one was fake news. She's like, you're in the flesh, man.
Excuse
You know?
me. Also, did you hear that my name's Jess today? The Johannesburg exchange student.
Thank you
That's
very
me.
much.
Yeah, that's who I am.
Zanele Jess is what we will refer to her as.
great.
Welcome, Carl. Thank
This
you
is
for
great.
being here. Well, listen, on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, much is coming your way. We're talking Tastemaster Junior. Yes, not only adults can be in the kitchen, kids can be there as well. And we catch up with Gabriella Brits all around her journey on the show. I can't wait to get into that.
Right, and of course, because you know this is your Feel Good Breakfast show, we always need to bring you a little bit of music, darling. And that is why we've got Michael Neal, who's going to be taking us into the rest of the morning. We're not just getting to know him, we're also getting to know his beautiful music. And I promise you, it's going to put a smile on your face. Do not go anywhere. Shall we just, like, you know, go and get ready for the rest of the show?
I think
Yes.
so.
Okay, perfect. Amazing. Stick around.
Yeah, you better.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Honey, it's your Feel Good Breakfast show. You, him.
Eh?
Where's the English?
No, it's because I'm sitting next to you.
Do you know what I mean?
It's fine.
He
Don't
makes me
worry about it.
nervous.
You know
All
what I mean?
right, Breakfast
That's
Show
right.
family. Listen, there's so much that's happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it is all in the name of making sure that we start off your morning on a high. But the way that we always do that is we bring you superstar upon superstar. And this morning, Michael Neal is a sensational singer, songwriter, and recording artist, bringing his electrifying talent to our Feel Good stage. And one thing I know about him as well is that today he's here to share his single, right, Carl?
Yes, indeed. When you say share single, as in share the music.
Yes.
Not that he's single.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
just
my
making
goodness.
sure. So, in the air tonight, featuring DJ Kosher, is an incredible track. It's rotating on your favorite radio station right now. But let's take a look to get our taste buds tantalized. Yes, Michael Neal!
He's a star, Your Honor.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Michael Neal, welcome to your Feel Good
Thank you
Breakfast
for having me. I'm
Show.
happy to be here. Thanks.
Listen, you literally are doing the absolute most at the moment. Carissa was even saying to you, she's like, we have it
Yeah.
on our radio station. He even said,
Yeah.
it's playing everywhere at the moment.
It is, yeah.
You know, how are
It's
you
very
feeling?
exciting. I love it. This is my dream since I was like a child. So this is like amazing to have a #1 for the first time
Yeah.
with DJ Kosher.
Yes.
And I'm singing it today, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah.
Okay, there's always pressure, I'm sure you know, Zanele, you know, when you take on a song that's been, you know, done by another artist, you know, to have that cover.
Yeah.
Now, when you walk into DJ Kosher studios, which are it's a very calming space.
Very, yes,
Very calming.
yeah.
Lots of birds tweeting, lots of foliage. and then you do in your recording, right? How did that feel to actually bring a song like this into the 2024 sort of music scene?
Well, you know, it's him, hey? He's the talent.
Sure.
Yeah.
DJ Kosh is
I mean,
really
you are
talented.
Like honey.
But he wanted me to sing the song that day, and I said to him, it's not going to happen. Like, please let me go home, because we had 10 songs, and he chose one.
Yeah.
And I said, just give me a day to get it together and, you know, really serve the music with my voice. So,
How did you guys choose that one, especially with you saying there were 10 others? Or 9
Well, I
others?
put them all together, and he just said to me he thinks that's the one song that he can do best, you know, and really bring his talent to it as well. I love it still. I listen to it all day. I love my own song.
You have
know, it's
to.
amazing.
You know what? And that's not a bad thing. I don't think that's the equivalent of liking your own post. That's actually fine. It's
It's allowed.
Yeah.
I think you must listen to your music over and over so you can experience what
to,
we're
yeah.
experiencing,
And you need
right?
to know the words, you know, that helps, you know.
What do you mean you sang the words, Michael?
No, but you know, the brain, it forgets, my darling.
Hectic.
I've got a lot of songs, you know.
Yes.
So, I'm just excited to perform it for you today. I hope you sing along.
We will.
course.
We will. Michael said, I've got a catalogue for the ages,
Yes.
darling.
Yes.
I love
I
that
do.
for you.
69 songs.
Ooh,
Soon to be
doll.
70, yeah.
Okay, well then speak to us about the body of work that you're working on at the moment.
Well, I've got a new song called Stay the Night, which I wrote in 2016.
Yes.
And I only recorded it now, and it's just so beautiful. It's got such a nice island groove. It's got like a Jamaican feel to it.
Yeah.
I wanted to sing that for you today, but there's no time for me to do that. But you'll hear it soon. It'll be out soon, yeah.
I love that.
Okay, well, you know what? We can make time. We just have to talk faster.
Okay.
We'll make time. I mean, let's think about it, Zanele. We'll make time for
I
you,
get
man.
that. I mean, for a talent like Michael, I would do the same,
Right.
actually. And especially if it's anything like what you've given us already.
Aw,
Yeah, genuinely. But then talk to us about other things that you're working on, because you're a multi-talented babe.
Well, I've got my own little range of clothing. I'm not wearing it. This is Zeitgeist.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
Very nice.
fabulous,
It-
eh?
absolutely
love that.
stunning.
I know, it's so nice.
Yes.
There's another one coming later on during the
Oh,
song.
wait, you have...
I love to
Is there a
change.
wardrobe change?
Always,
Expresso
darling.
Sana.
Yeah.
The
Hey.
divas in the building.
Oh,
I love
doll.
I'm joking. But
No, you're not.
I make shirts for men, linen shirts.
Beautiful.
So it's called Michael Neal Apparel, and you can find it at michaelnealapparel.com. Yeah.
Beautiful. And
Yeah.
wouldn't you like some?
I was going to ask you, do you make XXXS?
I do.
Just asking for a friend.
I do.
Sana
XXXX.
S.
S.
Oh.
Kaloku.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
It's just there's an S there.
There's an
Ah,
S
okay.
To
there.
find, I mean, just all 13 to 14. It's up to you. I don't know. Like, you just tell me.
Well, you know, that's another thing, eh?
Yeah, oh,
Okay, cool.
and you know what?
No.
The reason I'm asking if Carl wants some, because I heard that you're doing a few things to allow other people to possibly win.
Well, yes, we've got a competition. If you would like a free linen shirt, you can just go to my Instagram and just follow me.
Yes.
And send me a DM saying Expresso, and then you get entered into the competition to win a pure Italian linen shirt worth 3,000 rand.
Are you serious?
Yes.
It's like Expresso's a magic
You can
word.
also
You
apply.
just say it and
Carl,
you
you can do it too.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm
Yeah.
going to be on that though. In fact, I'm doing this now.
Beautiful.
You wanna, oh, sorry. You can wrap this up.
Okay, also, Michael, if you're ever looking for a backup singer, I'm here.
Oh, yes.
If you need, I'm here, I'm in the building. Expresso family, you already heard that we're about to be blown away by Michael Neal. Not only is he a fashion designer, darling, but he has got pipes for days. And we're going to be listening to that beautiful song that he's got with DJ Kosha. But right about now, let's cross over to the beautiful Carissa.
Thank you so much. Well, we're feeling lucky today on this Klein Vrydag because we got to aim for Disky Millions by playing Sports Stake 8 fixture list 789 for an estimated jackpot of 2.4 million rand this Thursday. Now, don't get left behind, okay? The fixture list does close at 5:30 p.m. So play Sports Stake 8 now. You could do so in store or even on the nationallottery.co.za website. And there's also the mobile app for your entering pleasure for your shot at winning big. And I believe this for you. I tell you every single day that I feel it. I think today is the day. And if not, then excuse, I'm so sorry. But listen, we do have some things to put a smile on your face, some really good things on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to be chatting to Michaela Brits all around her wonderful journey on Taste Master Junior. What did she get up to? What was the inspiration around her even entering? We'll find out very, very soon. All you have to do is grab your coffee and stick around.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, now this is where passion and purpose collide. I love this space. Join us as we get to know incredible contestants from an incredible season of Taste Master Junior. The talented Gabriella Brits from Mbombela, just 15 years old. She has blown the field away. Gabriella's passion for baking and creating cherished meals has truly set her apart in this competition. I think she could have gone on to win it, but that's the nature of the beast. And although her journey did come to an end on the show, her baking creations continue to inspire those around her. And I would imagine for many, many years to come, you're going to be a name in this space. So, Gabriella, so great to connect with you, and I'm so sorry we're not doing this at the end of the show with you as the winner, but I'm sure this has been a remarkable journey. How are you, first of all?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
Very good. All the better for connecting with you, because I love it when passion seems to be what drives you. But I've got to ask where all that began. A little birdie told us that it was a Mother's Day creation that first introduced these skills to the world. Take us back to the beginning. What inspired your love of baking and creating?
Well, since I was very young, I was actually baking with my mom in the kitchen. But by baking, I mean I was pouring a little bit of milk in a premix muffin. But yeah, I think as I got older, I kind of learned how to properly bake. And my first actual baked item was from scratch. And it was brownies for Mother's Day, which was a flop. But I think that's where my passion actually came from, even though it like came out awfully. Like, it was disgusting. I don't know what happened, but something happened.
I love it. It's called a mother's love.
Yeah, it was a really fun experience.
There is so much about your personality playing out in your food, and I know the Tastemaster Junior kitchen is very pressurized, so it's difficult to let the personality out. But when we asked you initially to kind of give us a taste of who you are, you describe yourself as being funny, as being charming, and being ambitious, which is a good balance to have in the competition. How do you think your personality helped you through this journey, this phase of your culinary journey?
Well, that's actually a really great question, because I think, I don't know, many people can use this. I think, well, my charm obviously got me onto the show. Just kidding. And I think my ambition is actually what got me through the show, because literally every single thing I tried on the show, everything I'd baked, I'd never done before.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I think that was just all ambition, even getting on. Yeah. And I wouldn't say I'm funny. Not everyone would agree that I'm funny. I think I'm funny. But I think having a sense of humor is a very important thing to have, because in the third episode, my cakes that I baked came out like hamburger buns. And the only thing I could do was laugh and come up with a solution.
Oh, man, and that's going to stand you in good stead in any kitchen in the world, because every professional kitchen is high-pressured. And I'm dying to know what direction you're heading, but I've got to ask, what motivated you to take the leap of faith? Why enter Tastemaster Junior?
It's actually such a funny story. I was in the car with my friend, and I looked at her and I was like, 150,000 Rand. She looks at me, what are you talking about? And I say, like, we can win this. She's like, what are you talking about? And I look at the radio, I'm like, I just heard that we, us young kids, can win 150,000 Rand. And when we got to school, we researched what is Tastemaster Junior, you know? And we were super into this, and I was like, I don't think we can bake together. And along the line, it was like 2 days before cutoff, and I looked at my laptop and I was like, you know what? I'm entering. I'm making a video and I'm entering. Just because I think chasing down any opportunity or experience is, I don't know, it's worth it.
Clearly, as you are proving, and I know often it's not just the winning of these that reveal the opportunity. What's next for you when you look forward? Because you've had those moments in this kitchen where I'm sure you must have seen your future play out. And I know it's just a snapshot, and you're very young to be asking you this, so I apologize for that. But you must have seen a different version of yourself through this journey. What would you like to do with this platform now that you've kind of kicked down these doors?
It is quite a big question. I think definitely I've realized that I'm a very creative person. And a lot of people were saying on the show that I could be like a TV host or something like that. And that actually, I kind of agreed with that because I would love to do anything on TV, especially if it's related to baking. And I must say, it was such a pleasure and absolutely amazing to bake with other contestants with phenomenal talents. Like, they are so talented. And I realized that I don't know, like, I think for me, baking's an art because most of the contestants, they've perfected every recipe. They understand the science behind baking. They're baking on the weekends, trying new things. And I think, yeah, I would want to be around more people like that.
Oh, but then you must definitely get this gig because you are constantly surrounded by inspirational people just like yourself. And I love baking. I would never have been brave enough to do what you did. Or maybe, just maybe, you've inspired me to take that leap of faith and put myself in that uncomfortable position because you've done so, so well. We are so proud of you. Your family must just be over the moon. But Gabs, what an absolute pleasure connecting with you this morning. Can't wait to have you on the show cooking alongside us or presenting alongside us. I think you're destined for big things.
Thank you, thank you.
And humble as well. Absolutely love Gabriella for the journey that she represents and the passion and joy that she represented in that kitchen. If you want to plug into that, don't forget to tune into Taste Master Junior, one of the best seasons ever. And that's Tuesday, 7 p.m. on SABC2.
This week on the Tastemaster Junior, you're invited to our family feast as our contestants share what their families love to eat.
She probably thinks I'm bossy.
Please make the dumplings.
Okay, my mama, multitask.
Ek doen. I can take instructions if I have to.
Okay, I love you, Mum.
Okay, cinnamon.
That's the Tastemaster Junior this Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. on SABC2. Repeats Wednesday at 1 p.m. and Sunday at 4 p.m.
See you there.
Oh, man, I absolutely love getting to see our superstars shine like that. The future, already, like, you know, already being in their purpose. It's so beautiful.
And they're in the kitchen if ever you were looking for them. That's where you will find them. Well, thank you for still being with us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We got to get into the excitement and celebration of World Porridge Day. That is what we're celebrating today, and we wanted to hear from you. We asked you a very important question, I think.
We did, because I know there's only one side to this. How do you like your bap? Is it savory or sweet, huh? Do you want, like, extra butter, a little bit of sugar, or something else? We asked you to drop us a voice note, 0634088863, which you still can, but to also let us know on hashtag Expresso Show. We got so many comments coming through, starting off with Shireen Abrahams, who says, good morning, my Expresso family. Happy Thursday. I like it sweet, a little bit of butter with some sugar in it. How amazing to see Zanele on the show. Shireen, I love watching Tropical Island of Treasure. You are a great host, Zanele. Have a super day, team. Lots of love. Shireen, Jatanda Manuel. What do you mean, my babes? Love you so much. Thank you, gorgeous. And Shireen, one thing I will say, I don't know if I can agree with her.
I was going to say, she thought she was just coming to co-host today, but actually we're beefing. We're beefing.
We're fighting. I told her to square up because, Sana, I'm for the savory, but you're for the sweet, right?
I'm here for the sweet. We grew up eating millipap. You throw the butter, you throw the sugar. Absolutely great. Shireen, you and I on the same page, okay? But let's see what Mary had to say. Thank you, Mary, for getting in touch. Saying, good morning, Expresso fam. Happy Thursday. I like my porridge sweet and sour because I add sugar and lemon juice on it.
Sana. I've never heard of such. Mary. Mary? I'm not
Mary
sure.
had a little lamb. What's going on?
Mary's going to put the lamb in the porridge, son. Because Mary, you're doing it all, babe. That's a lot. But let's listen to the voice note that came through. What do you say, honey?
Good day, Expresso Show. This is Lolo here. And I always wake up to porridge. When I do it, when I make it in the morning, it's with, maize meal, white maize meal, with some butter and sugar, brown sugar. And that's how I like it. Thank you.
Oh, Lolo, we love that. Some brown sugar, baby.
I like the sound of brown sugar, but not for my porridge. Lolo, man. I thought we were on the same side.
Zanele, you are the minority here.
I am.
Kick her out. It's fine. We don't need it. No, I'm kidding. We're going to explore our taste buds today because we've got some delicious ways in which we're going to introduce you to porridge in a different light, I would say.
Yes, 100%. And this is why we're getting into some savory polenta porridge, if you did not know. And I'm super excited to actually taste it because you might change my mind in terms of what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing a little bit of bacon.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to be, swayed to the other side. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see how it all unfolds. We have the greatest Jenny Morris in here, and Zanele and her are going to get in the kitchen. Jenny, good luck.
Sana. Yes, I'm dangerous in the kitchen, I know. Okay, but the first step is knowing. That's what's important.
This is important. I'm very excited to see it. I think it's going to be magic with two beautiful ladies being made in that kitchen. So you got to stick around on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Not only that, I've got some tips and tricks up my sleeve when it comes to shaving. We want to look smooth this summer, and I'm going to inform you on how exactly you can do that.
Yes.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh man, just a quick break and you are back right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And I'm telling you, warmer days are here. You heard it in the weather report. Also, Uppington at 39, which only means one thing. The sun is out, which means legs are out. And there's nothing better than an everything shower when it comes to feeling good for the new season. And that feeling of freshly washed hair, you know what I'm talking about. The deep appreciation for a smooth shave if you achieve it, and the body moisturized. That's just what dreams are made of. And right now, I'm about to go through some of my favorite self-care tips and also relaxation methods to start off the morning on the right foot. I hope you're ready for this. You're sitting there with a pen and paper or even your phone. Well, tip number one is that when it comes to shaving, you have to use a sharp quality razor, okay? I think it's absolutely important to get into this, and that is why I personally reach for something so incredible. It is the Big Soleil. It's got eucalyptus as well as jasmine, and when you hold it, it feels like you're going on an escape. I promise you, it feels like a vacation because it's got a mood-boosting handle in terms of its scent. Not only that, it's got 5 blades that are also flexible so that when you shave, it gets to those nitty-gritty hairs that you didn't think you had, but when the sun's out, it exposes you. But don't worry, I got you. And then also, it's got beautiful moisture strips to ensure that when you shave, it is a smooth glide from your armpits to your legs. But let's talk about the before shaving moment. You're going to have to exfoliate. I know, I don't know if anyone has told you this before, but to avoid all of that dead skin gathering up on your legs, and also just to make sure that it's a smoother shave when you do hit the razor to your skin, you've got to exfoliate. I personally love a coffee scrub, and yes, I make it DIY. You add some sugar, you add some coconut milk, you add some coffee grounds, and you get this beautiful natural scrub that's super good for your skin. So that's the prep before, but of course, you also have to prep afterwards and make sure that your skin is looking good post-shave. And I'm talking about some really good moisturization on your skin. Number one, don't do a dry shave, okay? And then secondly, once it's all moistured and the hair is off your skin, make sure that you add some cream to the mix too, to ensure that you're looking beautiful. When you step those legs outside, you reach your arms up, you're seeing your beautiful armpits also in their best element. So those are 3 tips from me to you as your beauty bestie. And I got to remind yourself to treat yourself, okay? These top shaving tips will definitely make your skincare routine when it comes to shaving such a breeze. And also will take your self-care days from relaxation to restoration. With Big Soleil Escape Jasmine and Eucalyptus 5-blade, you can achieve a spa-like experience that leaves you feeling smooth, moisturized, and also super fulfilled. Take it from me. I've done it, okay? I've got the t-shirt and I'm proud to wear it. Right now, though, from talking about shaving, we're going to head into the kitchen because maybe you're a little bit hungry. Here's some inspiration for you.
I know I'm a little bit hungry, and this is why we've got our beautiful Jenny Morrison with us. My Jenny, how are you?
I'm good and I'm chewing.
And you know what? It's because we are getting ready for what Jenny is about to put together for us. My friend, if you did not know, we in fact today are getting into all ways of making porridge, and it is all about celebrating World Porridge Day. Now, look, when we talk about Jenny Morris, we talk about someone who can make things absolutely delicious, but more than anything else, she allows for it to just, you know, be changed a bit, add her own touch, and this is why she's putting together a savory polenta porridge with creamy, cheesy, and topped off with crispy bacon bits, and there's fresh spring onions on top of that as well. Jonga Nana, there's so much going on, and I'm very keen to try this because for me, I feel as though, you know, I am someone who really loves the savory side of porridge.
Me too.
Exactly. So this is why everyone going for sweet. I'm like, but why?
No.
But I've never experienced it like this.
Well, now you're going to make it yourself because Mama, Jonka,
I'm making it myself.
Ntombazane, you're going to do it.
Haven't you heard I'm dangerous in the kitchen, Jenny?
I remember the last time we cooked
exactly.
together. Did you have potential?
Jenny, no, you see, between then and now, Jenny, things have happened. There's been a lot of fire and all things in between, but what are we doing here right now?
Okay, so we're using polenta.
Yes.
But you could be using mealie meal if you wanted to, because I have mealie meal, I love it.
Yes.
But this, you just take it and you grind it down. So if you've got a coffee grinder or a machine, you just make it a little bit finer.
Okay.
Okay? Especially for kids, because they're not always crazy about the texture. So now you can let that rest a little bit. We're going to put some pepper in it and put some garlic in it because you want depth. You want all those lovely flavors to develop in here. And then we're going to stir. It's like making pap.
I love that.
You see?
And can I ask you, in terms of this polenta, you know, what's the difference between like using just something that you would take from either a box or something, but as opposed to having blended this? How does it affect the cooking time?
The thing is, the reason for this is because it's breakfast. You want it to be smoother and creamier. This is a psychological thing, people. But as I say, you could even make this with tasty wheat.
Okay.
You know that, what do you call it? You know what I mean, huh?
Yes,
that
I do.
tonton.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And I know that there's a lot of people, I mean, even such as myself, I like to substitute my milk with a lot of different things.
Yes.
So can I ask you, you know, what would I substitute the milk with possibly?
Well, you could, you know, especially if you're not into dairy, you could use almond milk, oat milk. You could even use water.
Okay.
I mean, you're going to enrich it with some beautiful cheese. We've got Parmesan cheese here. And if you have a look, it's starting to thicken. I would just give it a couple of minutes. I'm going to really whack this heat up.
Must I continue stirring?
For now, you can just give those couple of minutes. But
even with the lumps there, Jenny, I'm so scared.
Darling, those aren't lumps, baby. That's butter.
Oh, hectic.
Oh,
You see, this is why I'm not in the kitchen a lot, eh?
No, have a look. See, it's starting to heat up.
Yes.
You see, heat up around the corner.
Sides.
Yeah.
And it smells so delicious.
Delicious. The garlic's coming through, the pepper is starting to release its thing. And you know, often what I do with this, I take some fried cabbage.
Okay.
I love that. It's like infino.
Yeah.
You know,
I love
that
infino.
stuff.
Oh, sana.
Yes, and we stir it through. Now start stirring.
Okay.
The minute you start to see it thicken,
yes,
you're going to start stirring.
I think I'm making my mom proud. I've never made pap before.
You're going to make some man proud if you get this right, girl.
I love that. Are you saying I'm going to secure a husband, Jenny? I'm looking for one.
Well, you said gorgeous. I'll come around for the labola.
Can I ask you, Jenny, can you prepare this in advance? You know, let's say you have a morning like lobola and you don't have a lot of... You can't.
No, because you want it to... It's unlike pap. It goes harder and harder the longer you leave it.
Really?
Yes.
So you literally like have to eat it now?
Now. Oh, yeah, now. Look, I eat it anyway. Now I'm putting the cheese in. You can use any cheese. I like the polenta vibe.
Okay.
Because it's a little bit Mediterranean. And look at that, baby. It's ready to eat. Once that cheese is melted in, you see it's all creamy and yellow. And,
that Parmesan cheese just added such a delicious
divine
smell to it.
Now I'm going to move this because I'm going to kill myself with the heat. Oh, she's so enthusiastic. That girl can't stop stirring the pot.
Must I stop? I'm so scared.
No,
I'm
don't
so
be
sorry.
afraid, darling. Be afraid. Be happy. Look, here we go. Have a look.
Wait, Jenny, are you saying I made this proper? But look at how lumpy it is.
It's cheese, girl.
So we're okay?
Yes.
Okay.
It's divine.
Maybe I shouldn't be so scared to be in the kitchen.
Don't be so afraid. Don't be afraid. Look at that. It's as simple as that. You can top it with anything you want. You could put Vienna sausages even if you felt, you know.
Oh, nice.
And then, of course, the piece de resistance.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that, Mama.
What does that add to it?
Oh, olive oil. You must eat it and wear it. It is so good for your skin. It's so, so healthy. A little dose of olive oil every day won't hurt you.
Yes.
And there you go, my monkey, my little one.
This looks delicious.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It looks amazing.
But now don't, like Baby Bear said,
Yeah.
it's a bit too hot. You must just give it a chance to cool down.
Cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about that one? Is that one too hot for me to taste?
You can have that one.
Can I have that one?
Yes.
Can you pass it to me? I'm gonna grab a spoon. Because, like I said, I'm fighting the savory fight, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm all about people, you know, eating savory fight.
The spoon.
And I was going to say, can I grab one over here, Batunde? Thank you, my beautiful. All right.
Just take a little bit from the side with a bit of everything on it.
Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, I've got a little bit of
Yes.
the bacon and everything.
There we go.
Okay, is that enough?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
That's going to kind of answer the question. Answer the question of if you let it stand a little bit, you know. 90.
I found home.
Oh, hello.
Oh, come and taste this. It's so nice. It's so nice.
Anything that Jenny provides, I will be very happy to taste.
Now
Just
get
letting you
yourself
know.
a spoon, baby.
Thank you so much.
Do you want a big one or a small one?
That's
I even
it.
took a second one.
With you, I'm
It's
always
so
the small
nice.
spoon. We know this. Can I taste the... So let me just
You must
give you...
take everything.
All right, I'll take you. So what we're
Can
going to
I
do...
give you a little bit more olive
Going
oil?
to do... Yes, please. Just... Let's...
Drizzle.
I feel like Carl's getting
it's
special
called-
treatment here, Jenny.
He's my first child.
Oh my
Thank you.
goodness. Oh my word.
Sorry.
I don't know how I feel about this. Like,
You know that.
how nice. I feel like this tastes like home. It tastes like happiness. Look, he's even dancing. Like,
No, there's something about this. I don't know why.
bellissimo, bellissimo.
I don't know. You make me speak a different... It's a palente's very good.
It's so delicious, my
No.
friend. I love it.
Oh,
Jenny,
this is very...
It's nice.
Can I take
eh?
you back to Joburg with me?
Why not?
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No, she's mine.
No.
Okay.
Well, we
Thank
can
you.
share.
Listen, Expresso family, you can get this recipe right here on expressoshow.com. And trust me, you want to make it. It's so good. It's as delicious as it looks. And trust me, I am someone who is going to take this recipe home today. And we are going to actually go and have some fun with this in Johannesburg, okay? Carissa, please can you come and actually taste this? Because my babe, you were on the sweet side.
I was.
And now I need you to be on the right side
More
of
spoons.
history.
Or right side, you
I need you to be on the right side of history.
I would love a big one,
A
Jenny.
bigger one. Big one. Okay.
So, but too big.
I would love a big one.
Take it from there. Take it from there.
From here. Where's my special treatment, Jenny?
But that's
Yeah.
what
I
I said.
told you that, you know what, it's-
Oh,
I'm
here it
like
goes.
a
Here it
Chinese
goes.
mama, the boy
Look at
is
that.
always
Thank you.
special.
That ain't a TV bite.
Do it.
Please, can you tell us the truth of how savory is better than sweet?
I hate to say it, but
Thank
that is
you.
so good.
Thank you.
Come on.
Went for the savory.
Yes.
Wow.
It's good, eh? It's good.
Okay, if there was going to be someone who was going to convince Carissa, it had to be Jenny, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jenny, easily.
Exactly.
She just winks at me. I said, yeah.
I'm pinching her and she's saying yes.
Jenny, you're still with
divine.
us up until later on. What are
Yeah.
you making for us then?
Do you know what? I'm going to do you an overnight oats, which is delicious. And we're going into summer fruits now. Lovely
Yes.
stone fruits are almost, I've seen nectarines actually in the shop, so we're going to do it with berries and seasonal fruit. And it's a quick, easy thing because often, you know what we do? We just pack our bag, we run to work.
Yeah.
Whereas you can make this overnight and take it to work with you and eat it. And
That's
it's lovely. And you're
great.
going to love this because
I'm
we're going
going
to
to.
anoint it with coconut cream
Yes,
and
I'd
honey.
like that. That's it. I love it. Sorry, can you
I
stop?
also want to be called Kaloku Ndasana.
Must be nice.
The boy child.
Just give me a second. While we cool down, coming up in your Feel Good Breakfast show, not only is there a bit of Jenny and coconut cream, but also there are some great people doing phenomenal work that is in when it comes to breast cancer, surgeries, pink drive is huge every single year. And what we want to do is focus on them and also the way some of the products you could get in the store is also assisting the pink drive. We'll get to that a bit later. It's going to be wonderful.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I'll be
Are
here.
you eating more?
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, this is lovely. I can't wait for coconut cream.
To the brave hearts who persevere against all odds, we salute you. Along with Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave, we're inspiring hope across South Africa this Hopetober. Stand to win 1,500 Rand every weekday by answering the Hopetober competition question on Expresso's social media pages throughout the month of October, using hashtag Hopetober and hashtag Sponsors of Brave. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso and S3, and I missed you, but I also needed you to come through for a very important conversation about phenomenal work that people are doing in the community. Now, breast cancer affects millions of women worldwide, but early detection can save lives. And today we're joined by Tennille from Pink Drive NPC, who is here to share some insights into their breast cancer screenings for women in underserved communities. And of course, we can also chat a bit more about how we can all support this life-saving initiative as well. So Tennille, welcome to the couch.
Good morning, Carl.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I am so good. You know, when you were waiting for this conversation to happen, I was looking for the person who's going to chat about Pink Drive, and then Pink just came through there, which is great. But for those who don't know about Pink Drive, this is an initiative that is supporting so much when it comes to the surgeries, the early detection. There's a lot of fundraising needed when it comes to breast cancer and breast cancer awareness. So just a little gist of the Pink Drive for those who don't know.
Okay, so Pink Drive was founded in 2009 on the foundation that early detection can help prolong a life. So what we do is we take much needed cancer screening to people who otherwise could not afford it. So it's communities, people who are not medically insured.
Yes.
And we take gender-related cancers and take those services to people. So we are a mobile service, Pink Drive. Our name says it all.
Yeah.
Pink is the colour associated with breast cancer awareness, and
Yes.
Drive associated with vehicles. So you put the two together, we are mobile, taking the services to people.
And that's fantastic. I love the fact, because you know what, it's true. Sometimes those surgeries, those detection units as well, it's not an easy feat. It's not something that anybody could pay for. And I think it's great that you go there and you're really going to underserved communities and you're going, which is wonderful. But of course, early detection. Can we talk about that for a second?
Oh, yes.
How important is early detection?
Early detection can help prolong your life. So if you can pick up cancer early enough and get the right treatment, you can prolong your life. And that's the importance of organizations like Pink
Very
Drive,
true.
for us to raise awareness and educate people on the signs and symptoms of cancers. So breast cancer, the signs and symptoms thereof.
Yes. And I try to study a lot of the, the self-test as well, where you lift your arm and you feel it, and just because you have to feel for nodes and things that could be cancerous as well. And it's great to have early detection. And also, I've had a sister-in-law that's been through the process as well. So this is very, very close to me. And what you do is absolutely phenomenal. But raising funds in terms of donations, when people come through and they donate, the funds need to be spread quite equally over the organization as well. So, I mean, how important are those funds in ensuring that you continue operating?
Okay, so it helps mobilize us, helps mobilize our teams to go out and do the screening. So what screenings we do are breast cancer, screenings as well as prostate cancer and testicular cancer for men with our More Balls Than Most campaign.
There we go.
And then we also do cervical cancer, where we do pap smears and going out to communities. So
Yes.
all those funds, and of course raising awareness and educating people. That is the crucial thing when it comes to Pink Drive, is education before even detection. So once you know what to look out for, then you know you could have a potential problem.
Well, can we not do some education now while we got a bit of a platform, a little crash course? You know, when is a good time to get these things tested? I know early detection is vital,
yes, early
but
detection.
what type of things should be flaring up in your mind saying, hold on, I need to just go check this thing out? I mean, we could save somebody's life today. So what are some of the things that we need to look out for?
Okay, so with breast cancer, you know, firstly, you need to know what your body looks like
Yes.
and what your body can do, and get to know your body firstly.
Yes.
And then with breast cancer, to check for any lumps, bumps, or any abnormalities. So once you get to know how your breasts are and how they look and what they are, you'd immediately be able to pick up if there is some kind of change that happens. So look out for lumps, bumps, any abnormality, whether you've had like both your nipples are erect and all of a sudden one day you wake up and one just doesn't want to come out, or you have a rash, or you might have you know, discharge coming out of your nipples.
Yes.
Get to know your body and check out for those signs.
And also there's a gut feel as well. I think
Yes.
even with men, you know, what happens is that sometimes you think, like sometimes with men as well, if you want to go pee all the time and you feel like, I want to go pee all the time, and also that sort of thing is not something you should leave. Like, it's just one of those days.
Oh, no, denial is a really...
Sorry, gentlemen. Your vulnerability is actually your strength, and that shows you that you need to get checked out, which is vital. I'm also looking at the fact that this is something that needs to be funded. And I see this big Clover logo.
Oh, yes. Thanks,
And
Clover.
we have been doing some cooking, and I've been checking out these cool new bottles of Clover. And I think it's so awesome, the fact that we can go into a store, get our groceries, but also support the Pink Drive. So tell me a bit more about the Clover initiative.
Yeah, so Clover, what a wonderful initiative. So every pink pack, Clover pink pack, 20 cents of each item gets donated to Pink Drive. So you're not even knowing, having your breakfast this morning, that you are actually contributing to detection and probably prolonging someone's life. So it's an act of love without you even realizing that your cup of coffee is an act of love, and you're actually making a difference.
I love that. And I love the fact that you can do that as a consumer.
Yes.
Walk into the store, join the Pink Drive, join the fight.
Yes.
And save a life. I think that's such a good sentiment for any consumer. So well done for what you do at Pink Drive. If there are any other donors, people that need a bit more assistance, perhaps somebody who'd like to spread the information around their offices to make it a bit more significant, where do we get those details from?
Okay, you can visit our website. That's www.pinkdrive.org. That's pinkdrive.org.
And
you can go on there, you can see ways you can contribute. You can also support our shop for cancer. We've got merchandise.
Nice.
And make a difference, share your story.
That's power.
Yeah.
I like that narrative where you can share a story, because your story could impact somebody without you even knowing it, which is actually so powerful. So thank you, Tennille. And you know what, you'd lovely in pink today, but I think you've come with a message, you know, and the message is just as popping as you were this morning when I saw you waiting for this interview, which is great. So if you would like to get involved, now you know, early detection can prolong lives. It's a fact. And by supporting Pink Drive, you're helping to bring vital cancer screenings to those who need them most. So every purchase of Clover's Pink products contributes 20 cents towards this life-saving cause, making a real difference in the fight against breast cancer. So join the Pink Drive and, of course, join the fight.
Thank you so much, Carl. And oh, man, that is a fight that we all indeed need to be a part of, because, my friend, it affects everyone. Not an ethnicity, not a type of person. Nothing separates you from it possibly being able to happen to you. So please, that is something we need to get behind. However, my beautiful Feel Good Breakfast Show family, right about now, I want us to get into something you know I love, because I do it every morning that I'm on your screen. It is the Good Morning Post, and we always ask you to come and reach us on #Expresso Show on all social media streets, darling, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, whatever it may be. And we asked you to let us know, how is it that you like to enjoy your porridge? Is it sweet, where you add in a little bit of brown sugar like Lolo. Maybe you add in a little bit of milk just to add that, you know, that creamy vibe for you. Or do you like it savory like me? I'm that person. I said it earlier on. I cannot fight the savory pap, my friend. Why? Because it backs up the braai. You know what I mean? I think it's all about being proudly South African. Hotatso says, I like fermented porridge with brown sugar. It has a smooth, velvety, sweet taste. When did brown sugar take over the country, guys? Let's have this conversation, eh? I'm very confused. Glenda, speak to me. Come to my side. Glenda says, as a young girl, I would eat my millennial, or rather, millie meal, forgive me, with butter, sugar, a slice of bread cut into squares, and added a dollop of golden syrup and fresh milk from a glass bottle. A bit much, but ooh, how lekker it was. I mean, a dollop isn't too much. I'm also that person when it comes to some syrup. But I will say this, babe, why the sweet stuff? My goodness, Glenda, I feel like you just haven't tasted the right savory porridge. That's what this is. I feel like Jenny should come to your house. She must make you some of this polenta porridge, and maybe we can get you to the right side of life, hey? Kungawo says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, my doll. And my Expresso family, I like my porridge with vinegar and sugar. Thank you. Kungawo, what are we doing now? Eh? 4:10. It's falling, the house, Mtase. How can we do this? I don't think so, Stanwasam. Vinegar and a sugar. Kungawa, I think me and you must have just a chat, okay? Let's take it offline, all right? And I definitely think that we need to just maybe have a look at what's going on there. But keep them coming, beautiful Expresso family. We want to know, how do you enjoy your porridge? Is it sweet? Is it savory? What do you like to add to it? What do you not? And we're going to be getting into more of these answers a little bit later on. I will tell you this much as well, though. We've got so much that is coming your way just to put a smile on your face as you get your day started off. Thank you for trusting us. That is what we always tell you. Right about now, though, you know that at the top of the hour, we do need to take care of business. The beautiful Carissa standing by with the news headlines.
Thank you so much, Zanele. National news first, where Minister of Mineral and Petroleum Resources, Gwede Mantashe, urged delegates at the Africa Oil Week 2024 conference to invest in Africa's oil and gas industries, emphasizing sustainable practices to boost the continent's economy and quality of life. The event, which concludes today at the Cape Town International Convention Centre, marks its 30th anniversary. It brings together government officials, investors and industry experts to discuss investment opportunities and promote sustainable development in Africa's oil and gas sector. Now, sticking to news in the country, Action SA's Dr. Nasipi Moya has been elected as the new mayor of Tshwane with 122 votes, defeating former mayor Silius Brink, who received 86 votes. Now, Brink was removed in a motion of no confidence 2 weeks ago. Moya is the 6th mayor in 8 years and the 2nd woman to hold the position, following Dr. Gwen Ramakgopa. In her acceptance speech, Moya pledged to reform service delivery, as well as firmly stated, and I quote, "I am mayor for all 4 million residents of Tshwane, and on that point, I am non-negotiable," end quote. Looking further afield at your international news making headlines, Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said that Israel's response to attacks by Iran will be, and I quote, "deadly, precise and surprising," end quote. During a visit to an IDF intelligence unit yesterday, he referred to last week's Iranian missile attack, which involved almost 200 ballistic missiles, as aggressive but imprecise. This comes as US President Joe Biden and Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke for the first time in weeks, with Vice President Kamala Harris also joining the call. Ongoing fighting between Hezbollah and Israel has raised concerns about escalating conflict in the region. Meanwhile, vote counting began in Mozambique last night for an election widely expected to result in another victory for the ruling Frelimo party, which has been in power since 1975. Now, President Felipe Nyusi, who is stepping down after serving the 2-term limit, was among the first to cast his vote when polls opened for the 16 million registered voters. Now, the party's presidential candidate, 47-year-old Daniel Chapo, who was relatively unknown until his nomination, presents himself as an agent of change. Official results are expected in about 2 weeks. For your 7 o'clock news, we end off with this story all about our pups. Nearly 9 in 10 adults believe in love at first sight, but not necessarily with their partners, it's with their dogs. A recent poll found that more dog owners felt an instant connection with their furry friends than with their significant others. In fact, 87% of dog owners were more likely to believe in love at first sight with their pets than with people. While 80% of respondents bonded immediately with their dogs, some took a little bit longer to connect, yet 74% said that building that bond over time made it even stronger. Many admitted the joy their dogs brought was a delightful surprise, wishing they'd welcomed their pups into their lives a little bit sooner. That's where we leave your 7 o'clock news. Let's delve into the world of sports with Carl giving you the latest.
Thanks, Carissa. Let's take a look at your sporting action, and starting off on a fantastic note for cricket. Proteas women captain Laura Wolvaardt led her side to an 80-run victory over Scotland in the T20 World Cup group match. Wolvaardt's 40 of just 27 balls alongside Tasman Britz's 43 powered SA to 166 for 5, the tournament's highest total so far. Scotland struggled to just 86 all out in 17.5 overs, giving the Proteas women a crucial net run rate boost ahead of their final group game, that is against Bangladesh. On to football. Now, this is interesting. In January, Jurgen Klopp said he's running out of energy, and now he gets a job at Red Bull. Former Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has been appointed as head of football operations at Red Bull, overseeing clubs in Leipzig, Salzburg and New York. Now, Klopp, who left Liverpool last season after a highly successful 9-year stint, will assume a strategic role starting January 2025. His new position will focus on high-level planning rather than direct coaching, marking a new chapter for the 57-year-old in football management. Now on to rugby. Some changes that are leaving some people polarized at the moment, but we'll see. World Rugby has proposed several law changes to enhance the fan and player experience, including a 20-minute replacement option for red-carded players. Other proposed adjustments include requiring teams to move the ball away after a maul stops once, offering scrum halves a bit more protection, and introducing 30-second limits for scrum and line-out put-ins. The changes aim to speed up play and were tested in recent international tournaments like the Rugby Championship as well as the WXV. And wrapping up with some more sporting changes at Wimbledon. They will replace the traditional line judge with electronic line calling, or ELC, from 2025, marking a significant shift in the tournament's 147-year history. The decision follows the trend set by the ATP and WTA tours to enhance accuracy and consistency. While other Grand Slams like the Australian and US Opens already use ELC, the French Open remains the only major sticking with the manual line calls. The All England club aims to balance tradition and innovation with this electronic move. That's it for your sporting action for now. Another update in 1 hour, but of course you need to head to work. Here's the traffic ahead of you, and Zanele has all those details.
Let's get you on time to work because, friend, we care about you, all right? Starting off in Cape Town, the mother city, there's heavy congestion on the M7 at Jakes Gerwel Drive at the R300 junction. Please allow for some travel time over there as there is a little bit of a delay. Over in Johannesburg in the southern suburbs, there's been an accident on the M1 North as well as a stationary truck on the R59 North. There are heavy delays in the area, so please do plan accordingly. Keeping it in Johannesburg and Sandton, there are heavy delays on the N1 North between Winnie Mandela and Malibongwe Drive. There is slow-moving traffic, so please allow for some travel time over there. The roads are quite hectic. Then still in Johannesburg, Benoni, there is a stationary vehicle on the N12 eastbound at Snake Road. The right shoulder is closed, so please drive carefully. Let's take it over to KZN, Pietermaritzburg. There's a stationary truck on the N3 northbound. The left lane is obstructed, so please make sure that you do approach with caution. We'll keep you up to date with anything else that you do need to know when it comes to your roads. For now, though, let's check out your weather. The South African Weather Service has issued a warning for extremely high fire danger conditions across the central and northeastern regions of the Northern Cape, as well as the southwestern parts of Eastern Cape and the northeastern areas of Western Cape. Residents should exercise caution as these conditions increase the risk of wildfires. Additionally, a heat wave is expected with persistently high temperatures forecasted in the extreme northeastern parts of Eastern Cape starting today and lasting until Sunday. Gauteng, along with portions of Limpopo, Mpumalanga, Free State, Northwest Province, Eastern Northern Cape, and Northern Western KwaZulu-Natal will also experience elevated temperatures from Friday through at least Monday. Right about now, I love this part of the show because we get to see what you see, honey. It is your sunrise view. And for our 7 a.m. sunrise view, we've got Heather Bentham from Oudtshoorn doing her country duty, looking absolutely stunning in terms of those trees coming through. But then the sun is still the star of the show. Heather, you photographer, thank you so much for blessing our eyes. And Mzansi, we would love to see your views as well. And all you got to do is send us a young snap on WhatsApp, 063-408-8863, and we get to show the rest of the country, okay? Do the right thing and show us your sunrise view, please, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Right about now, though, just so you know how to dress, ne? Let's take a look at your temperatures.
You know, Zanele was mentioning those temperatures there to help you dress appropriately. Now in Uppington, given that temperature, I'm going to suggest a vest.
Yeah, or just don't dress. You know what I mean?
Okay. Wow, that's an idea. Okay, well, on that note, if you want to have that freedom, perhaps you should try some millions or win some millions.
Perhaps.
Some disc millions by playing Sports Stake 8. The fixture list is 789 for an estimated jackpot of 2.4 million rand, and that is this Thursday. When is Thursday? It's actually today.
Yeah.
Don't get left behind, please. And the fixture list closes at about 5:30, which is great, right?
100%. Play Sports Stake 8 now in store on nationallottery.co.za or the mobile app for your shot at winning big, my friend. Because who doesn't want to win big?
We'd like to win big, especially if you are in Uppington. You're not really wearing much. I mean, that's going to be fantastic. In fact, if you're not wearing much, I believe that sun protection is very important. And coming up, you need to be protected with regard to the summer coming up. And also your kids, their skin is very fragile. And we have two incredible contributors who are going to help you out in terms of education around protecting your kids' skin this summer.
100%. Also coming up, we are going to be getting into Samsung's Solve for Tomorrow initiative. My friend, it's something that is all about letting the future shine now. By the future, I'm talking about our kids. They are so bright, so smart, and this is why we're so excited for what Samsung is doing with the beautiful superstars that we call our kids of today. Right about now, we're going to take a short break.
Yeah.
While we take the short break, I'm going to go eat some more food. What are you going to do?
I'm going to contemplate the fact that, you know, Uppington's heat and what to wear. I'm going to do that, yeah.
Perfect. We'll see you after this break, my love.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is S3 Expresso. And you know what? I've always said this to you, but I hope that the sun shines brighter for you today. But then I didn't add the disclaimer, I hope that you're wearing sunscreen. Now, children need to be able to have the freedom to play outdoors. Now, with the Nivea Sun range of sun care products, they can do so carefree. So whether it's on the field, at break time, sporting action, swimming, or at the beach, our children's delicate skin needs extra care and protection from the harmful effects of the sun. And this is why I brought in two friends who happened to be doctors. We got a dermatologist here, perfect for the conversation, Dr. Lauren Knight, and then, of course, pediatrician Dr. Anisha Vahed, who is here to discuss a bit more about why this is so vitally important. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Two doctors, man. I'm so excited. I want to ask you, the problem with being a doctor is that you're going to go to a family bride, and there's always going to be like, sorry, doctor, I just have a little something in my arm, I know. But this is exactly why I called you today. So let's start with you, Doctor. And so I'm going to have to use your first names today. It's going to be quite confusing. So, Anisha, here's the thing. When it comes to sun protection, it's something that everybody only associates when I'm going to be at the beach. For growing up, you only put sunscreen on when you were headed to the beach or you were part of like a sporting event. But there's such more important moments where you should be wearing sun protection. So why is this so important to know?
So for our children,
Yes.
it's much more important to try and concentrate on them because there's the short-term and the long-term benefits.
That's true, yeah.
So kids have got much more thinner skin, much more sensitive skin, and because they're so delicate, they're more prone to getting sunburn. So what we're looking for is trying to avoid those sunburns, but obviously try and avoid all those long-term skin cancer risks later on in life. So that's why we need to be concentrating on our kids right at the beginning.
I wish I knew. I still have time, though, I do, but that's why I'm very happy that something like a Nivea Sun is pediatrically approved as well, which ensures that you do have the delicacy on your kids' skin, but it's the protection that you need, which is so, so important. So let's move on, because a hat, is that actually enough? You know what we do, as parents, just like, come here, let me put the hat on, now I feel like I've done my parental duty, now go and play. Is it enough?
So like you say, it's really important, but it's not enough. And what we really want to practice, what we say to children and adults alike, is that a multi-pronged approach. So you want to do sun avoidance, protective clothing, and then, of course, your sunscreen. So sun avoidance, you want to encourage your kids to play in the shade, under cover, and this is particularly important between the peak hours of 10 to 2. And how you can teach your kiddies that is we call the shadow rule. So if you're standing and your shadow is closer to your feet or shorter than you are tall, it means the sun is at its highest. And these are the times of day that you really should be trying to be in the shade or under cover. And us as parents and schools should be really facilitating that for children.
That's such a cool thing. I can imagine a class like that, like look at your shadow. And then, because if you do that, kids around you will be like, guys, the shadow.
Exactly.
Let's get the sunscreen
and you have
on
this
as well.
kind of like group mentality. And then hats, yes, so important. But there's a difference in hats. So we're wanting wide-brimmed hats, not just peak caps. And then, of course, your sunscreen and sun protective clothing.
So you're saying, like, put a wide brim hat on, get your Nivea Sun forehead and proper application, and you should be fine. Two-prong approach there.
And also sun protective clothing. So remember also, especially when we think about swimming costumes, they often have longer sleeves, they have UPF factors. But also just dress your kids in light, long sleeves if you can when you're going to be out in the sun. So limit the areas of the skin that are exposed, limiting your need to cover with sunscreen or reapply.
This is brilliant. Thank you. But now let's talk about the fact that, there are times, I told you about growing up, it was always, we're going to the beach, put on your sunscreen, you're going to play a sporting match, put on your sunscreen, and then that was it. Like, you'd play outside and you'd hoy, and I think that's the thing about it, is that when should you be wearing sunscreen? Let's put the bullet points down for everybody to know. When's a good time?
So keyword is all the time. Okay.
Is that the only bullet point? All the time, done.
So no matter the skin color, and I think we were talking about it just before we came on air, was that some people want to go and say, we want to get a bit of a tan. Okay. Kids should not be tanning. Adults should not be tanning. It should be part of our daily routine to be putting on your sun protection already in the morning. And we should be good examples to our children. So
doing it as part of our routine in the morning before they go to school, because our teachers don't have time to be reapplying during school breaks and in the afternoons. But it's also very important to reapply that sunscreen. So a good 15 to 30 minutes before going outdoors. If you're going to go swimming, go and reapply it. And afterwards, reapply that sunblock as well.
This is actually quite important, though, because I know for a fact that, I mean, you're not going to have one-time swimming, you know, so you're not going to apply a Nivea Sun to your kid. I mean, fortunately, it is water-resistant, which is great, but you want to reapply, because once the swimming has happened, you know, come back here.
Yes.
Let's reapply and then go back in as well, which is cool. But it's always handy to have something like a Nivea Sun, which is actually the water-resistant element. Now let's talk about SPF, which is phenomenal. And I don't want to go into it now. The other day, I only learned what 50 plus means and 30 plus means. That was incredible. But that sun protection factor is quite important. When it comes to kids, does SPF change in terms of the youth of the child as they get older? Or should it be like one max factor fits all?
My rule is one max factor should be 50 above.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you agree.
No, we definitely say SPF 50. So as dermatologists, we have integrated sun protection guidelines, and we're not confusing anyone anymore.
Yes.
It's at least an SPF 50. SPF 50 is your gold standard. Children, adults, all ages, all races. And the reason being is that your SPF is derived from being tested in a lab, where we know how much you apply, we know that you've got optimal coverage, and we know in real life that doesn't happen. So start yourself off with a higher odd, you're going to have better coverage.
I love that. Let's talk. Can we talk about application for a second? I mean, from a dermatologist's perspective, I think it's quite important. But I think sometimes we just think, let's just pluck on the sunscreen. Let's hoy. We don't stick our Nivea Sun, and then just do that, and we're good to go. But I'm sure application is also quite important. You know, especially if you have your kid in front of you and you want to apply to certain areas, you want to take all the coverage seriously. And I actually wanted to ask you about hands too and feet too, because I think we don't talk about this enough. So application guidelines, give us a few.
So I think the good thing about social media and sunscreen education, we've all learned about the 2-finger rule. So this is a quick tip for your face.
Please.
When you're applying your sunscreen in the morning, you want to have 2 finger lengths worth of sunscreen, and that's how much you need to use just for your face. So that would be your face, ears, neck, back of the hands, probably would cover with that.
Ears. Thank you for saying ears.
Yes.
Because
And
we
into
always
your
are peeling at the
hairline.
top of your ears after a beach day. Don't forget your
Exactly.
ears, okay?
Ears, and then also with your wide brim hat.
Yes.
Bonus. And then for the rest of the body, you also want to just make sure that you're getting a good coverage. So we usually speak about half a shot glass per arm. It's quite difficult to regulate. So that's why I try and think about the 2-finger rule. So if that 2-finger rule covers like the area of your 2 hands, and you kind of work it out like that. But just really important to reapply, like Anisha said, and that's why I say multi-pronged, limit the areas that are exposed, because once your kids are playing, to get them to come back to try and recover that whole body is a disaster. So long sleeve swimming costumes, long sleeves, nice brim hats. Just think of it from multiple aspects.
Enjoy the sun, but respect it and respect your own body. I think that's important. So just back to the bullet point that we mentioned. When do we apply sunscreen?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Thank you, doctors. That has been incredible. And trust me, it's one of those things. Even in winter, don't forget that the UV still has its effect. But of course, we're going to summer, which is very exciting, but it's a time to show some caution. So Nivea Sun has your children covered. With their babies and kids sun protection, as a parent, you can let your children learn and play and enjoy the positive benefits of the sun, such as vitamin D, without the worry. Buy any Nivea Sun product and you stand a chance to win a trip to the place where the sun was invented, Zanzibar. That's for 2, and here's how.
Wouldn't you love to visit the home of tropical island of treasure Zanzibar? Well, you can. Buy any Nivea Sun product, dial *120*607#, and you could stand a chance to win a trip for 2 to the Safira Blue Luxury Resort and Villas in Zanzibar. Keep your till slip handy. T's and C's apply. You could be soaking up the sun in Zanzibar.
And if you want to glow just like our girls Zanele, it only makes sense that Nivea is the plug, okay? Well, let's move on from sunshine to Samsung. And I want to tell you a bit more about Samsung Solve for tomorrow. It's a unique competition encouraging creative thinking, also problem solving and teamwork, most importantly, among our youth. That's grade 10 and 11 learners from underserved communities.
It's true. My friend, this was launched for the first time in Africa in 2023. And Solve for Tomorrow aims to nurture innovative solutions to local local challenges while enhancing interest in STEM education, which we know is super important. But building on a global program that has engaged over 1.5 million contestants in more than 30 countries since its inception in 2010.
Wow, leaps and bounds. And listen, our girl Kuhle had the chance to speak to these incredible young minds. I think we should have a look, shall we?
Yes, let's do it.
Launched for the first time in Africa in 2023, Samsung Solve for Tomorrow is an innovative competition aimed at empowering grade 10 and grade 11 learners from underserved communities. By encouraging creative problem solving and teamwork, this competition nurtures social innovation to address local challenges as well as boost interest in STEM education. Since inception in 2010, there have been over 1.5 million participants worldwide equipped with vital skills as well as supporting Samsung's commitment of environmental sustainability.
This is the second time that we've had schools from South Africa join the competition, and today we announced the winners of the competition. It encourages learners from underserved communities to use STEM to solve issues in their communities. It teaches learners collaboration, critical thinking, communication, and creativity. The winners of the competition get funding for STEM equipment for their schools. First prize winner gets 100,000 worth of STEM equipment from Samsung. Second prize winner gets 50,000, and third prize gets 30,000. But that's not all. Every winner who is in the top 3 gets a Samsung device. This year, the first prize winner got an S24.
Mama, your presence at this event is greatly appreciated. How are you feeling about today? How are you feeling about the competition, and why is it important?
I'm so excited to be here and to see the children so motivated and to see the innovation. You see that it tells me that the future of our country is bright. People who don't see outside, really, they don't know that our children are so creative, are so innovative, are scientists in their nature. And what I like about them is that they solve the problems of South Africa. It tells that our country is moving to the right direction.
Now, I'm really excited about this school, Adams College, right? They entered the competition last year. They didn't make it in the top 3, but this year it's a completely different story. How excited are you guys?
We are very, very thrilled and excited. Like, it's overwhelming, honestly, and yes. So this year we decided to do more research and add community impact, as our topic is our environment. So we decided to also help the community.
And how do you think your prototype will add value to your community?
For one, it will sustain our aquatic creatures and also help our local businesses like fishermen.
I'm with a very special group of ladies this morning.
Representing Miri Secondary School, we are Girls Gone Science.
Whoop whoop! Congratulations! How excited are you guys walking away with second place? What does this mean for you and your school?
Well, it means a lot to our school because we're able to get 50,000, which means that it will improve the quality of teaching and learning at our school because we'll be able to buy more materials that our school can be able to use. And we're also very excited because we tried our best, we strained ourselves for the past 9 months, and we're just really happy that our hard work finally paid off.
And the winner of the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow competition is...
Mandisa Shikega SOS.
Woo woo! Well done, you guys. How does it feel to be number 1?
Feels very exciting. The whole process was very nerve-wracking, sitting there, palms are sweating, very nervous, but we're very excited to win.
Tell us about your prototype and how it will impact and change your community.
So our prototype is a hydroponic structure which grows plants without the use of soil. This is great because our community has a history of mining, which that led to contamination of the soil. This will really help our community as it improves crop quality and just our overall health, as well as creating job opportunities.
And where do you even come up with these solutions? How?
I mean, when you're STEM-based and critical thinking, it just happens.
That's on period. And what would you say to encourage other learners, other schools to enter the competition next year?
Join, guys. join. So you can sleep in a hotel. So you can get an S24, guys. So you can hold a trophy. Join. So you can just like improve your community and have a wonderful experience.
So for other schools who do want to enter the competition, I want you to know that this competition does require hard work and dedication, and that keep in mind that if you do or do not make it, that in the arena of competition there are no losers or winners, but only learners.
The Samsung Solve for Tomorrow is an incredible competition. This is a showcase of how bright South Africa's young minds are. Truly, our future is in capable hands. I mean, as a 28-year-old woman, young woman, I truly am inspired by these, grade 10 and 11 learners. Samsung Solve for Tomorrow is more than just a competition. It's a powerful initiative that empowers the youth to harness creativity and STEM skills to help address challenges faced by our communities. We encourage students and schools from underserved communities to take part in this transformative journey, helping South Africa thrive in the fourth industrial revolution, leading all of us towards a more sustainable future.
Honey, the future's safe. Thank you, darling. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to go around, pretty much name dropping that I know the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow winners. Why? I got to chat to them when they were in Johannesburg. And Makosazane, the one that won that school, she put up her hand and she said, we're going to win. Right? Do you see what confidence does for you? On top of being very smart. I love it.
I love it. And the power of words. Yes. I believe the children are the future. Yes. Treat them well and let them lead the way. Our very modern poet.
You should turn that into a song. Maybe.
I think I got a melody going too.
Oh, okay. She's got a hit. It's done.
No, listen, Kuhle, well done on what a phenomenal celebration of the youth of this country. And honestly, it's just the beginning. I can't wait to see what else they have for you. And listen, we've got stuff for you too right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I heard Zanele has been put through a lot.
Sana, that day, I had a nightmare that night. Why? My whole body was sore. I'm going to let Carl tell you. It's been rough.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Just a mind adjusting. Sorry, Jenny's getting me ready for what we're going to do later. Now, imagine a breakfast that cooks itself while you're sleeping. Now, stop imagining. Overnight oats. They're coming your way with this lovely lady, Jenny Morris, in the next couple of minutes. Plus, if you want to see Zanele do a phenomenal job at hiding her pain, the Resistance Band Challenge is coming your way shortly. You are going to love the fact that the Resistance Band Challenge, can I tell you, there was no resistance from Zanele, only her legs. It's going to be great. Please watch that in the next couple of seconds. It is on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Stay there.
Are we going straight into this now?
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
And just like that, we're back. A quick short break, and now we get to go into why Zanele was in pain for about a week. Girl.
It was so tough.
It was so rough. I don't know if I'm ready to show my story yet.
I think you
okay,
are.
I'm ready.
Because you know why? You had a good recovery plan too.
100%.
Deep Heat came to the rescue, but we're going to see exactly how it all played out.
Yeah. And listen, for me, I know that when it comes to Deep Heat, my friend, I can tell you this much. My muscles were definitely sore after that, you know, little exercise, the little bit of the resistance band challenge. However, it did help out that I had Deep Heat handy and I got to put it on my muscles. I was able to then run off to radio and enjoy the rest of my day. And this is what went down when I was put to the test with the challenge. Welcome back, Expresso family. You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And this morning, we have something that's going to make you feel good indeed. I want you to join along because it is a fun fitness-based challenge that we're going to be doing all in the name of how Deep Heat as well as Tropical Island of Treasure are teaming up to heat up your Saturdays, baby, every single week on S3 at 6:30. Tropical Island of Treasure is here. And because Deep Heat is part of all of the fun, we're going to be doing a little bit of a resistance band challenge today. And I am joined by none other than Clarissa van Schendel, and she is from Coco Pilates, and I am so excited because I don't think I've ever done Pilates.
Resistance band is such a great prop because it's so small. You can fold it up, you can put it in your bag, you can take it with you anywhere, whenever you travel, and you can pop it out and work with it in the comfort of your hotel room or on the beach or wherever you're going. Take your band, shake it out, and then you're going to bring it behind your back.
All right.
So you want it nice and wide behind your back.
Nice and wide. Let me widen it a little bit.
And then you're going to just rest it in your hands with your elbows tucked into your waist.
Okay, like that.
There we go.
I'm so good at this.
Now let's open your feet parallel in hip distance.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to bend your knees a tiny bit, not too much. We're not going too deep. And now I want you to stretch your arms forward as you breathe out and bend your elbows as you breathe in. And you're going to breathe out and stretch and breathe in. That's it. Good. So it's a full body workout. Even though you're thinking I'm just doing the arms, you can feel you've got quads working, you've got abdominals working, you've got back working. Everything is going. Straighten your legs for 2 seconds. You can bring your band down in front of you.
Do you always use Deep Heat after your sessions?
I do. It really helps to just release the muscles and avoid that tension and stiffness the next day.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got one foot in the band. Hold on with the opposite hand onto your hip.
Okay.
Good. Now I need you to balance. So we're going to work on your balance and your coordination.
All right.
So standing on one leg, pull the leg up and down. 2. Okay, now don't forget about that length, zipping up through the crown of your head.
I'm trying.
5, 6, that's it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Contestants being put through my paces on Tropical Island of Treasure. Okay, I can do this.
Okay, 2 more.
Okay, here we go.
1, 2, and bring your foot down.
All right.
Take a hold of the bands on each side.
Okay.
Step both feet into the straps.
Okay, so both feet in.
Okay. Right, now we're going to do a bicep curl. And as you curl, you're going to squat deep in.
Ooh.
And stretch. Good. Keep your heels down. But basically what happens when you do a workout is little fibers of muscle breaks. And that's what causes the stiffness in the muscle and also build muscle. So it's a good thing.
Yes.
But if you're using Deep Heat, it's just going to help those little fibers to release some of the toxins and it will help the muscles heal.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Beautiful.
Let's bring the band in front of you.
Okay.
This time I want you to channel your inner ballerina, seeing as we're all pretty in pink. Heels together.
Okay.
Now you're going to go up onto your tippy toes, pushing back with your arms.
Oh, so we push back while we go up.
And then down. And push up and down. Good. Just hold it there. Bring your arms forward. Okay, and bend your knees. Pull into the band and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the last burn. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Oh my goodness. I felt that up here.
Bring your arms up. Now you can just go into a nice big wide chest. That's it.
This is a lovely
swing.
stretch.
That's it.
Ooh.
And bring your arms forward. And let's go into a roll down. Ooh, how do you feel?
I feel great. As much as I have these sore parts of my body.
Hand rolling up.
I feel like I had a good workout.
Fantastic.
Clarissa, are you watching Tropical Island of Treasure at the moment?
Absolutely.
I need to tell you all about how you can be a winner with Deep Heat and Tropical Island of Treasure Zanzibar. It is so easy because it is all about you heading over to social media and telling us what is the most creative way that you have used a resistance band in your fitness routine. And just like that, my friend, when you use hashtag Deep Heat along with that answer, you entered into a competition where you could win a 500 Rand Take-A-Lot voucher as well as a hamper from Deep Heat worth 500 Rand. And why wouldn't you want that for yourself? Come on. It is always so lovely for us to be able to partner up with our Deep Heat family. But this time around, they're also getting into the smooth life because it is all about those amazing things happening on the island, on Tropical Island of Treasure. And friend, I tell you this much, you're going to see how grueling everything is in terms of the physical challenges that come their way. But it is the Deep Heat that gets them through. And even today, I'm going to be using my Deep Heat. Thank you so much for joining us, my love.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And you got to make sure you join us every Saturday, 6:30 p.m. on S3. That is where you find Tropical Island of Treasure Zanzibar. Then you catch the repeat on Mondays, 9 p.m. on SABC1. And there, my friend, is where you see the true work of Deep Heat, where I have to remind you, it truly all is about helping you in terms of those aches and pains after your workouts and making sure that you indeed are able to actually take on that next workout feeling stronger than ever. That's what it's all about, indeed.
Fantastic. Zanele, you did so well. I'm very, very proud of you. And now let's get you some food. I think it's important. Jenny Morris is back with another recipe for World Porridge Day, and we're making overnight oats. Now, naturally, we're in the morning now, so we're going to make the recipe, and then you can come check it out tomorrow, because that would make more sense. We're going to top it with some seasonal fruit. We're going to add some perfectly creamy, beautiful delights, effortlessly delicious little things and touches and toppings. It's going to be wonderful. And the convenience of overnight prep is that the nutritious breakfast awaits you in the morning. Every delicious spoonful is there for you. I mean, how many people have somebody there for them in the morning? Maybe this can. Okay? Well, I'm here for you in the morning, and I'm here for you. Jenny, first and foremost, right, when it comes to,
one.
You know what? I've always known that you are
Two.
appealing. You know?
Three.
I'm just saying.
Five.
Five.
Let's go.
That's great.
Mash.
Okay, am I doing some mashing here?
You do, and I'm eating.
Okay, you can eat, that's fine. But in terms of the recipe itself, there's so many things you can do. So in terms of the overnight oats itself, I mean, milk in there is fine, hey? Just leave it.
You can have milk, you can use buttermilk, you can use almond milk. Where's your masher?
Where? Oh, the one I brought from home.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, sorry. I just bring these things.
Can you multitask? Can you mash and talk?
That's it, I can do that. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at this.
So we need to mash that banana. I think
Yes.
it's lovely because it flavours your oats.
Look at me go.
Yes.
That was so quick.
And try and use steel cut oats. You know, the more fibre, the better.
Yes.
Can I throw?
I'm just almost there with the, I'm almost done with
That's
the
fine.
mashing.
It's going to get more mashed anyway as you go. Look at that.
Okay, now I'm going to use a spoon. That's great.
Use your spoon.
And you said the fibre is important.
Very, very
Right.
important. Here's some milk. Give it a good stir.
All right. I love cooking with you. You know that this is the best.
Just
and
so
also,
easy.
oats are naturally just low GI.
Low
so
GI.
you're going to want something that's going to be in your gut, and it's going to also
Release
your body
slowly.
will feed off it slowly throughout the day, which is brilliant.
Absolutely. And now you can, if you want to, you can put a little bit of honey in it now. I like to sweeten it on the day. Look at that, how creamy that is.
Look at this.
It's gorgeous. I'm going to give you a little bit of honey anyway.
Please, thank you, honey.
Yeah, honey bunny. So in the morning,
Yes.
if you want a more runny consistency, you just keep adding milk.
Well, the thing is, the great thing about, so I do overnight oats as well, especially if you've got a very intense workout, you need something to go off of. So the great thing is that you can actually heat it up in the morning if you want to,
You
in
can.
winter.
Absolutely.
Or you can just leave it nice and cool.
Yes.
And then it has a refreshing feeling.
And it's a good base for a smoothie. So sometimes what I do is I make a batch and I
Yes.
freeze it. And then you whack it into your smoothie, baby.
Or you can just chow it while it's frozen in the summer, and then how's that for like a little...
Put a stick in it.
Yes, put a stick in it and make yourself a little overnight oats lolly.
Oh, a little lolly.
That's a great idea. We should have added that part of the recipe too.
Well,
but here we are.
We're owning that recipe, darling.
Great. Look at us go. We're
Do you
so
want,
neat
you want,
and tidy
do you want
here.
it? Do you want chunky fruit?
Are you dressing already? I've just finished this. Okay, so this goes, and also let's look at the timeline. Overnight, done.
Overnight.
Thank you.
In
How
the
great is
fridge.
that a recipe? There's no sort of like you
Gorgeous.
must put 180 for 200 minutes. No, literally, go to bed.
And wake up to delicious delights.
Go to bed and wake up. That's part of the
Yes.
recipe. Part of the recipe for overnight oats is sleeping. How amazing is it to have a
is.
recipe that has sleeping involved?
Absolutely. I can't actually wait now for the summer fruits. Well, they're mostly
yes.
here already. But you know what I love? I love stone fruit with this.
Yeah,
I love it with
I do.
nectarines and plums and peaches.
And stone fruit season's coming up. Eh? I know that blueberries in season, so I
Oh,
love
yes.
those.
Oh, yes.
I love those. That's like almost every night a blueberry,
Yes.
rich in antioxidants.
Do you want one?
Very good. So that's kind of what I was asking.
Okay.
A blueberry, please.
Would you like some honey?
Oh, no honey for me, but on there.
I'm going to
Please
put it
drizzle.
on here.
Show me
Look.
the drizzle.
You know what? I'm going to do the pour. Never mind the drizzle. Look
Oh,
at
that's
that.
it. Look at that. And you know what I also like to add to this little recipe over here is chia seeds.
Chia seeds would be
'Cause
amazing.
they
soak
inflate.
in it. Yes.
Oh,
and then look here.
look at us go.
I like a little bit more coconut cream instead of
No,
fresh
see, that's
cream.
what that's what I woke up this morning for.
Oh,
is
with
that
chia
moment right over there.
and chia seeds with
yes,
that.
I just want to be at the cheer you're on. That's what I
You
want.
always cheer me on,
That's
my
it.
love.
Oh, Jenny Morris.
If you add chia seeds to this, it's a wonderful protein source.
Yes.
And it's a super. And
It's
it's an
another super.
antioxidant, yes.
And the
Come on.
great thing is also in terms of the stomach as well, you can literally cleanse. This is really, hold on, I feel like this needs to be, I'm taking things away here. Sorry, we have to dress it properly.
This is like a pudding.
It's got to be gorge.
Go.
It's got to be gorge.
Here's your spoon.
Thank you. New spoon.
Where's that one? You
And
see, I
that's
can
it.
even eat that as it is, just like
Wow,
that. I
bring
want
it
you to
back.
taste that too.
Bring it back.
Let me feed you.
There we go. Please feed me. Sorry, this is a regular occurrence between Jenny and I.
It's nice just like that.
You know what I like? It's going to sit down.
Mm.
Going to process. My body's going to
Yes.
say thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's going to thank me, not you.
The banana.
Isn't that gorgeous?
You know what I want to do as well? Sorry, I'm like adding too many things to
No,
overnight
but
oats.
it's good.
It's like a little bit of almond butter.
Almond
And
butter
swirl
would
it
be
in.
or almond. Oh, yes.
Right, what are we doing?
We're eating.
Sorry, we're having
No,
fun.
We're eating. You know what? You have to think about what goes into your body.
You have to think about it. Also, it's got to
Yes.
be pretty as well. I think you also eat with your eyes first.
Eat with your eyes, indeed.
Okay. Great. Oh, yes, girl. So now we got a bit of strawberry, got a bit of blueberry,
Yes.
got a bit of kiwi, got a bit of this, got a
And
bit of
this
that.
lovely coconut
Okay.
cream. Coconut cream, not milk. How good is that? Are you happy?
What do you mean happy?
Was your mouth happy?
This is not even happiness. That's waking up with positivity. That's waking up with a smile. That's waking up with everything. ExpressoShow.com. If you want this recipe, I'm not going to call it overnight oats anymore. I'm going to call it morning happiness from Jenny Morris. It's great. It's amazing. It really is. I'm sorry to all the crew here. You wanted this. You're not getting it back.
You're going to have that
Jenny,
one
thank you.
tomorrow.
Yes, you just have to be overnight. And don't forget, sleeping is part of the recipe, which is great. So do enjoy, make yours, and have a wonderful morning with overnight oats and your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Excuse me, Carl, did you say that no one else can have some of those oats? I want you to fight me. I want you to fight me for them because anything Jenny makes, I want to have, okay? Thank you very much. Expresso family, it's already been so much fun, but the beautiful thing is we are not done yet. You want some more? We're about to give it to you, okay? Michael Neal is still standing by, all in the name of entertaining you this morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So that's going to be happening. It's the track that's absolutely everywhere. And then these gentlemen that are next to me, they are going to be telling us everything we need to know about the Luries and more. Do not go anywhere. It's about to be a beautiful conversation right here on Expresso. This week on Tropical Island of Treasure, it's Elimination Week. Let's play.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Come at me!
That's gotta be it. I don't even want to look at that thing.
We don't know how to do that. It's tension. You can cut it with a knife.
Let's go, let's walk in quickly. Don't judge it until you've felt the pressure. I need to focus.
Oh my gosh. It's serious. It's Elimination Day.
Catch Tropical Island of Treasure Saturday evenings at 6:30 on S3. Repeat Mondays at 9 p.m. on SABC 1.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, honey. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show indeed. Welcome back. And my lovely, if you are in and around Cape Town right now, I can tell you this much, there's a buzz in the air. Why? The Luries and the SABC, they've come together to celebrate all things creativity in the marketing and advertising space and just the creative space as a whole. Joining us are Dichaba Paladze, Marketing Manager for Video Entertainment at the SABC, and Kabelo Moshapalo, Chairman of the Luries. And they're here to chat about the successful partnership between the SABC and the Luries. It's a collaboration that highlights and celebrates creative excellence across Africa and the Middle East, my friend. And together, they've contributed significantly to the growth of the creative industry, providing a platform that truly unites diverse talent and fosters innovation. Gentlemen, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you guys good?
There's one cup of cappuccino. It's supposed to be three.
Dichaba, yes, we asked you if you wanted coffee, boss, Matung. Oh, someone get a coffee. The boss has asked, please. Dichaba.
I'm playing with you.
I know. And on that note, I want to wish you a happy belated birthday.
Oh.
Yes, I waited from when I saw you. I wanted to do it here. Did you have a good one?
I did. Thank you. I was spoiled rotten by my wife and
Oh,
kids.
that's beautiful. I'm so glad to hear that. And I feel like you guys are spoiling Cape Town rotten with this beautiful collaboration because there's so much happening. But let's talk about the significance of it. You know, what exactly does this beautiful collaboration bring as the SABC coming together with the Luries, particularly for local talent, but also just, you know, for the creative industry?
So I think the creative economy and the creative hub is very critical to the economy of the country and globally, right? But also a big contributor to solutions that we face as a nation, right?
Yes.
The history between the SABC and the Luries actually goes far back as when the SABC was established. A few years later, the Luries was established to encourage brands and advertisers to come on board.
Yeah.
So this relationship actually goes far back as the 70s.
Yeah.
And recently, obviously, we've now identified a new reason for the partnership. You know, through our new leadership, our group CEO, Nomsa, we have obviously a new strategy and collaborating with marketers and brands and celebrating creative excellence is really one of the core reasons why we're here.
Yes, and I definitely think that you guys are doing that so well already. I mean, we've been seeing it everywhere, this collaboration. There's masterclasses and there's such beautiful things happening. It's a marriage of note, ne? But Kabelo, I need to ask you because I feel like with this marriage, it's all about you guys elevating creativity on a global stage when it comes to, you know, the creativity that we have in Africa and the Middle East. So let's talk about how the SABC and the Luries are doing that more effectively coming together.
So the way that we're doing that coming together, I think obviously there's a show that happens, you know, it culminates in two big shows, awards night, which is Thursday and Friday.
Yes, sir.
And then in both those nights, we're going to be obviously celebrating the benchmark of what is creative excellence. So this whole week, you know, the judges have been working painstakingly hard to actually go through all the different entries that have come through from the region, you know, and looking at what is innovative, what is, you know, going to capture people's imaginations and inspire us to actually hit that global stage.
And have you guys been part of any of the judging processes?
Yes, I have.
Hectic. Yes.
Yeah. So I had the privilege, obviously, of being jury president for a very special category called South African Non-English, which actually does work that is actually in our vernacular. So it's actually specializing in language-based audio pieces.
Yes.
And then, you know, the future of our industry, the young creatives. So I was also looking at some of the entries from that, which is local and obviously Africa, Middle East.
Amazing. Hey, jury president, one side, chairman another. I love it for you.
And that category of non-English, where would that category be without the SABC?
Honey!
Right? So our radio stations are the platform, right? And I think, you know, the significance of our partnership, what we're trying to say actually is that creatives, we celebrate you. We recognize how much you contribute. And we specifically are sponsoring the film and radio category, which is the second night that Kabelo is talking about.
Beautiful.
And we have our group executive who's going to be opening up. But if anybody's watching at home, homecoming today, this morning at 10 o'clock, there is the masterclass from the SABC.
Yes.
So please do come join. Zanella is on the panel.
I've heard about the Zanella girl. I heard she's going to be there. Yes.
Yes. Kat is going to be there. DJ Sabi from Metro FM is going to be there. And it's all about storytelling from a talent point of view, right? So people think when you get a script, you just read it straight, but there's a real art in telling stories, right? And how do creatives, we're going to have quite a lot of creatives. How do they tap into you, a storyteller, on the SABC platform? So it's going to be quite interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very beautiful indeed. And genuinely, with you just talking about how who else rather than the SABC, I think you're so right, Tichaba. I remember speaking to some of the greats, that have worked on the platform, such as the SABC and other platforms, and they were like, there's nothing like the SABC that actually caters to the people of South Africa. And that's why I want to ask you, when we talk about the SABC actually being part of fostering talent and allowing local talent to actually have platforms to even make sure that we are truly celebrating the creativity of this country, what does the SABC bring with this collaboration?
So one of the key things we want to do is provide access, right? So one of the things we're doing with that is we're streaming the red carpet of the awards, today and tomorrow on SABC Plus. So if you haven't downloaded SABC Plus, what's wrong with you?
What was your problem? Did you see it was trending on Twitter? Hey?
When?
SABC Plus. People are going crazy about
it. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Bedazzled killed it.
100%.
Right? A lot of people watch Bedazzled on SABC Plus. So in profiling the red carpet at the Luries, we're going to be interviewing creatives, understanding exactly what does Gabelo do, right? So what goes into the process. And by doing that, people can get to see, oh, I can become an art director. Oh, copywriting is actually a skill. Oh, wow, that guy actually won, So it's about being inclusive in the sector of creativity and marketing comms. And, through our partnership, we want to make sure that we showcase or rather we become the gateway for people to become interested in joining the sector.
Amazing. And guys, I genuinely say thank you for that, because I know that there's so many young people who do look to the arts to be like, I want to be part of that. But being able to actually know, I don't just have to be the presenter or the director. I can be the copywriter or whatever it may be. I think that that's so important. But Gabelo, let's end off with you, please, because, there's so many young people, like I just said, who are possibly looking for that encouragement, but also just a little bit of guidance, in terms of how to go about being part of the creative industry one day. What would you say to them?
So I'd say, for the young people, I think there's a lot of opportunities for you to actually get involved. I think with the advent of technology, there's ways. If you go to the the master classes, as well as you go to the Welcome Center, we have an exhibition of all the student work. So there's a student expo. So there is potential for you to actually be seen, to connect and see what other people are doing in the industry, and showcase your work. And like I was saying, technology allows us to actually even put our portfolios out there, and get noticed and push your career forward.
I love that. Yeah. Well, gentlemen, thank you for leading us fearlessly. Leadership, we appreciate you. And I wish you all of the best for the rest of the week, because I know, like you said, it's a huge celebration and it's a space for creativity to grow some more, not just on the African continent, but in the Middle East. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Expresso family, this is what it is about, my friend. Us as a country and a continent growing along with the Middle East at the Luries for 2024. You're going to be hearing more about it right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Right about now, though, darling, we told you a diva was in the building, somebody who has truly gone on to have one of the biggest songs in the country. Here to perform his hit single, it is called In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. It is none other than Michael Neal featuring DJ Kosha. Let's do it!
Hey guys, this is Michael Neal, and this is my #1 single with DJ Kosha. I hope you like it.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? And I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh Lord, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord. Thank you.
Wow.
What if it's a clean Vrydag? I feel it now. I feel the weekend. You know what I mean? It's so good. Michael, well done.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I hope we get some more music later.
You will.
Please.
Yes.
Darling.
Gonna make time for that. Also, who's your drummer?
This is Jared.
Jared the drummer.
Jared,
Give it up for
Jared,
Jared the drummer.
Jared.
Yes, Jared. Sorry, I'm a fan
Thank
of the
you,
bands. You know, sometimes they just sit in the back there like, you know, guys, I don't want to take any of the spotlight.
Oh, where my drumsticks stop.
I'm just chilling out.
Well, listen, lots to come on your Feel Good Breakfast show. I know. How can we top Michael? I don't know. But we're going to try, all right? Because we're talking about current trends in the marketing space. What exactly are we going to get into? If you are one of those people that want to get into the space of marketing and digital design, you definitely want to stick around for more of that.
100%. Also on the way, we're all about styling those summer sandals, darling.
Ooh.
So do the right thing and stay tuned, because I can tell you this much, Maswiraj, you need to know how to style the sandals. Summer's on the way. Haibo, come on. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
City Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's not just because of the food, it's also because of the people, my friend, okay? It is a big week in Cape Town, and it is all thanks to the Lourie's Creative Week. It is more than just an industry event, my friend. It's a celebration of creative excellence that has a lasting impact both locally and globally. And today we're joined by global marketing leader and founder of Hype and Happening podcast, Desh Govender, managing director of Grid Worldwide and 608 Entertainment, Dean Woodman, as well as Katleho Muhlwane, none other than the Chief Marketing Officer and Executive in Financial Services, to explore how the marketing landscape has transformed over the years with digital advancements and, of course, the growing role of technology like AI and automation in shaping the future of the industry. Everybody, let's give them a feel-good welcome, please. Come on, guys, how are you?
Amazing.
We're tired, I'm not gonna lie. Sana. Oh my goodness. Okay, I know you guys are tired. This is why we're so glad that you are here with us, because it's been a crazy week so far, right?
Mad.
There's been a lot happening. But you know what, guys? I believe in you, and thank you for allowing the creative industry to grow at the rate that it is, okay? But this is why I need to then ask you, why is it that, the creative week that we have in Cape Town each and every year, why is it so important for the creative industry to grow?
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity to galvanize the community. I often say, Dean, Kat, myself, we're all in these little WhatsApp groups, and I'm like, when are we going to see each other IRL? Okay.
Yes.
And I think, just not even just the Creative Week, the Lourie's itself is such an important, I would say even it's like a movement, right?
Yeah.
Not only do we get inspired and we go back to our brands and then we put out briefs, but we are growing as marketers as well. So
Love
all in
that.
all, just feel good, I love it.
It's beautiful. And you know what? I think I was saying it yesterday on the radio because we were speaking to the CEO of the Lourie's. stories, and I was like, we can't like, you know, see anything without you guys. There's no ads, there's no like campaigns from our favorite influencers, all these different things. And of course, the creative industries, or rather creative agencies, are also behind that. So, you know, speak to me about what it is in terms of the role that our creative agencies actually play in not just allowing the creative industry to grow, but also just in general in the creative landscape.
I think the biggest thing is we've got to write new narratives and narratives that actually talk to what we stand for as South Africans, who we are.
Yeah.
And that represents the rural, that represents the urban, that represents the various cultures and so forth. And I think for a long time, we've had external culture imposed on us. And what's really amazing about what we've seen as a shift over the last couple of years is that our creative industry and our agencies in particular are starting to tell real, authentic South African stories. And people start understanding who we are, what we're about. And, you know, when they say, hello, Vietnam, wat ons Vietnam,
you don't know.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
No DNA, only RSA.
That's the one. So that is actually becoming part of national discourse.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is also the message of hope. That has been a big deficiency in our country, and we're seeing a lot more of that come to the fore. So that's really amazing, you know, really exciting to see, and a very important one. People need to hear good stories. They need to see themselves in a good light. They need to be inspired, you know, and aspire to a lot more. And I think that's the work that we're seeing, and that is the big movement that we're actually realizing, and it's actually impacting the world.
Yes, it is, darling. Honey, I mean, it's only right. We are the biggest continent on the whole entire globe. But I want to come to you, sir, because I know that when we talk about, you know, being an emerging leader in the marketing, you know, global landscape, Africa's doing the things that need to be done. So talk to me about, you know, what the future actually looks like for us being a future hub for creativity, and even just saying to everyone else, look, you follow our lead, just like you spoke about.
Look, it's time for the world to come to Africa. I always say this. If you look at what we're doing and what Kat's just spoken about and what Desh has spoken about, is authentically we are playing in culture.
Yes.
Authentically we are leading design, but leading design with thinking, strategy and purpose.
Yeah.
Any brand that has purpose behind it and is authentically playing in culture is a brand that is really doing something great and something different.
Come on.
That is why Lourdes is here. If you look at any brand that we designed and things that we've done recently, an example of it for me is specifically where we work at the Luxurious Marble Circus. It's about how do you make something that's going to be on a global platform. You know, Kat and I were speaking about it earlier, and we said, if your grandmother gets it and your 11-year-old gets it, you've created a brand with purpose.
Come on.
And I think that's exactly what we strive to do each and every single day.
Yeah.
And for me, Lourdes is about seeing the work, giving the flowers to the creatives and to the clients that have partnered together and stretched their boundaries, but also giving flowers to the teams that actually gone beyond the thinking of designing in a box.
Yes, and it is going above and beyond, because I feel like a lot of creatives are just overachievers, just naturally, you know what I mean? Just like you guys, you know, you feel me? And guys, this is why I want to ask you, you know, how do you see marketers sort of just, you know, shaping what marketing actually looks like on a global stage? So even particularly looking at people of color in the marketing sphere. Speak to me about that, because, you know, what does the future look like in terms of what you see from your gaze? All of you must answer. Kat, starting with you.
I think the biggest thing is the embracing of diversity.
Okay.
We are the hub of diversity. If you look at the number of languages that we've got, if you look at the dialects, if you had to look at, you know, the melting pot that South Africa is, it's amazing that we actually get to work in an environment where you can actually segment by all of those nuances.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to France, if you go to Spain, if you go to Italy, they don't have the complexity. Even the whole of Europe.
That's true.
If you have to create a campaign for the whole of Europe, you're not going to get the diversity that we've got here. So marketing has become very hyper-personalized with, you know, platforms like TikTok where people can create their own based on their own lived reality and so forth. How do we then get to a point where we hyper-segment and actually get to personalized communication and engagement?
Yes.
And that's what really is going to shape the future of marketing, the ability to actually speak to me within my own micro context.
Yes.
Not necessarily the spray and pray that we used to see in the past where
Yeah.
I'm talking to 1 million people. You can't. You've got to talk to me.
Speak to me.
One-on-one.
Speak the ex-hoser.
One-on-one.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
There we go.
Guys, we're still going to continue this beautiful conversation right about now. Expresso family, you do need to stay tuned because these guys are going to be letting us in on more about the luries happening in Cape Town this week. However, you know that we're always a mixed masala here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, which is why the beautiful Carissa's standing by. Carissa, what else is going on this morning?
Let me tell you one thing, Zanele. Not only is Uppington 39 degrees, but I have a feeling that warmer weather is here. And that means that cool essentials are around the corner. In fact, they're right here today. From strappy sandals and flip-flops to must-have mules, which you saw earlier this week on The Styling on Me. Woolies has definitely got us covered for the sunny season. And here to dive into some top trends in styling, you already know Taryn is always here with the greatest summer style. And it's going to take us from good, from about a 6 all the way to a 12 out of 10. To absolutely great this summer. Taryn, welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Lots of shoes around us today.
Lots and lots to look at and talk about for sure.
Some familiar, some newish styles that I'm seeing here, but can you talk to me about the trends when it comes to this season?
Of course. Okay, so a big thing for me with styles for women is the mule and the slider. So a lot of people are like, what is a mule and what is a slide? Because both of them kind of are the same thing. But I feel like a mule is something like this, which is one broad band across the foot. And then a slide would be something like this that has 2 or more straps across the foot.
I see.
But mule, slide, whatever. It's a sandal. It looks stunning. It's great.
By any name, it would still be great.
Exactly. And then you mentioned flip-flops, obviously, for high summer. Can't go wrong. And then there's also the very strappy sandal, which you'll see a lot of, which I also love. And then the espadrille little sandal, which is also really fun. And I love the texture for summer as well.
Oh, I'm so here for it. And I love that the sloffies made an appearance because as a South African staple, all of us have at least 3 of those in our wardrobe,
Pull around the house.
Yes,
whatever
comfortable.
and
if it
then
ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Okay, well, talk to me about, Woolies always makes the difference when it comes to those small details. So what exactly, when it comes to the sandals, can we look out for when it comes to that difference?
I gotta say the highlight for this season is the hardware because it really does elevate your footwear. It makes it look a lot more expensive, even if it's not. So again, the strappy sandal with this is huge, by the way, for this season with the little toe detail hardware. And then we also mentioned this mule that has sort of the hardware on the buckle. And then we've also got this style, which isn't very textured, but it's very simple and classic, but then we've got the hardware to really uplift it.
It's like an accessory in and of itself.
100%. And then we also spoke about texture, so the woven textures, it's a little bit of a crafty situation. Also with espadrilles and the straw. I love the idea of like an espadrille with a straw bag, just to sort of match those accessories. On the men's side, there's also some woven bits. We've got this sort of thong style for men. And then just obviously surface texture, which is also big on the casual footwear as well.
I'd love to see a man in a buckle. Can I just say that? I'm putting it out there. I think that could actually work and be a little
100%.
different.
Totally.
I'm taking those ones home with me. I love the, I call them Jesus sandals because, Old Testament sandals, but taking it into 2024.
I literally call them the same.
Yeah. I absolutely love that. Okay, we're seeing them here.
Yes.
On the foot, they're going to look a bit different. Let's get into styling.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've got our ladies look here in a tonal greens, which is feeling like a little bit of a summer Friday at work, maybe.
Absolutely.
A little bit of business meeting-esque, but also straight from work, meeting up with the girls later on. So she's wearing this little twist. It looks like a bit of a pretzel style mule, which I love. And then her bag is obviously accenting the black on her sandal. But I also just want to show you how quickly you can turn this around and lighten it up with a white pair. Just to sort of complement her accessories like her headband, her t-shirt. So it just
That's
lightens
a completely
it up.
different look. Oh my
Just
goodness.
freshens it up. really complements the greens, and it just shows how quickly with a change of a shoe your outfit can change as well.
I love the little accessory on an ankle as
No,
well.
just to complement the hardware.
Come on.
You know what we're doing.
Very cute. Okay, the ladies are sorted, taken care of.
Ladies are sorted.
Oh, I love that. Thank you, Meg. You look stunning.
Awesome.
All right, let's see.
Cool. And then for men, we've got a little bit of a casual look going on with the cargo shorts, a little bit of a sleeve tug, and the linen blend shirts with the t-shirt underneath. So very easy, casual. The texture on the thong, as we mentioned earlier, just adds that little bit of, you know, interest to the look. But you can easily go from the thong to something a little bit more sort of, I want to say a little bit bulky, just be like, here's my shoe, I've arrived.
Unapologetic. I'm here for this energy.
Exactly. And then the browns obviously complement the look overall, and it just gives a little bit of an extra sort of interest with color as well.
Yes. I like this. I like that men have options now. They don't just have to stick to one sandal.
They absolutely do. They absolutely do.
Thank you so much. You look fantastic. And again, I'm glad the men have done their toes, because yes, it is that season. Another reminder to you to maybe book your pedicure appointment. And I also love that self-care is extending into the masculine space too. This is stunning. Can I ask you where you're headed, favorite pair? I'm seeing them on your feet already.
I mean, I've got them going on. It's the woven. It's the woven slide with the hardware. I love it.
In black in particular.
In black, which we didn't see. We obviously saw the tan version.
Yes.
Also for men, I'm really, you mentioned Jesus sandal earlier, but I really do love the sort of double strap, very minimalist styles as well, which are coming through. And there's a lot more interesting hardware things for men coming later this season as well. So wishes
Can I
do
ask
come
you this
true.
question? It might be a little bit controversial, but where can you not wear sandals, especially when it comes to men in summer? I mean, can we rock a suit and a sandal? Is that allowed?
I'm so glad you asked that question, because it's so like cliche to like have this thing where you can't wear something somewhere.
Yes.
I have literally seen like the biggest trends with really cool linen blend white suits with like a really cool black strappy sandal for men, maybe black complemented with a palm print shirt or something, just to like bring in that summer feel. It's absolutely allowed.
Okay, well, if Taryn says so, then you can do it, okay? The sandals don't have to stay on the beach. You can whip it out and wear it, maybe even in the office. Who knows? Just say Taryn sent you. Okay. Step into your summer style with Woolworths' range of sunshine staples. You know that they've got you. All you have to do is shop those summer sandals and more. You could do it in-store so you can feel the texture and see it, or you could go online and even on the app. Happy shopping. Please get yourself at least 5 pairs. Come on.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, honey, you're on your Feel Good Breakfast show indeed. And this morning, we are continuing to celebrate the fact that the Luries are in the building. I'm talking about in the mother city. And it is all about collaboration and innovation. They're at the heart of the marketing industry, with agencies playing a key role in setting standards and pushing boundaries. Today, we're joined by Group CEO and Strategic Marketing Consultant Ray Langa, as well as Devashni Ganes, the brand manager of Global FMCG, to discuss Africa's emergence as a powerhouse of the global marketing arena. And here to dash herself into the conversation, it is none other than Desh Govender, the managing director. Everybody, let's give them a feel good welcome. Hi, beautiful humans.
Good morning.
Are you guys still good?
They're so good.
I'm so glad. Are you guys not tired? You guys have been doing the most, guys.
It's a ripple effect. Tired, more tired.
Tired days.
Living our best life.
You guys are just the Smurfs at the moment, but in like forms of tiredness. And that's okay. I love it because you're doing the work that matters, which is pushing the creative industry forward. But guys, let's talk about this, because I think that one of the most important things that we get to do right is that we get to understand, you know, that cross-industry collaboration is such a big thing and it needs to happen. How are the Luries actually, you know, being a part of really fostering that between all of these creatives that are coming together this week?
Well, we're actually chatting about it a little bit earlier. What's really great is, I think, out of the excitement of being in a world where we're solving challenges, you know, we're solving everyday challenges, whether it's our own challenges, whether it's our clients' challenges. And what's really cool, and I think what makes us who we are in this industry and on this continent, is that we can't do it alone. It's really great that we're in this world of solving these challenges, and we're harnessing people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different elements across the industry, whether it's content creators, whether it's digital agencies, creative agencies, and we're all in it together just to try and get us a little bit closer to that consumer, which is really exciting. And that all culminates in this week, you know, where we get to express the magic that's been created and how we've managed to do these things for various clients.
You guys have been absolutely killing it, because for me, I've just been looking at all of the agencies, particularly after COVID. Guys, you came out guns blazing.
We had to.
Literally, everyone, there's always in the event, there's always like the biggest influencers doing the biggest things, which I love. And this is why I need to ask you, you know, when we talk about creative industries, or rather creative agencies, forgive me, what role do they play in setting the standard in terms of what's happening in the marketing world, but also just the evolution of creativity, not just on the continent, but even in parts of, you know, like the Middle East and so on?
Yeah. You know, Devashni and I were talking about this. We like to throw out the whole notion that you're going to hire an agency. They're actually our partners, you know, because you can't read the label from inside the bottle. You need someone. That's the mic drop, right? And so that is why whenever I've worked across brands, you know, global brands, bringing them in locally, I always look at my agencies as partners and say, you know what, they're going to see the foresight that I might not be able to.
Yeah.
And I think outside of the brief, the respect is so important. You give them a seat at the table, but allow them to set it how they want to as well.
I love that. Do you see why you guys are moving forward? You're thinking with 100% of your brain, not just 10%, which I love. But now, speak to me about this, Devashni. When we talk about, you know, just the way in which Africa is really emerging as a leader, like I said earlier on to the guys, you know, I kind of feel like, you know, there's so much future growth that's happening. But how are we going to really see this happen, particularly on a big scale? So yes, we're doing a lot of things here in South Africa, but how's it going to impact the continent as well as places like the Middle East?
Yeah. Look, I mean, we always look to the world for the inspiration, for the creativity, for everything that's going to be the next best thing. But I think it's the time right now where the world looks to Africa. So it's a space, we have the creativity, we have the talent, we have the skill sets. And creativity comes from experience. And what better place than Africa to actually take that experience and showcase what we have to offer? It's about nurturing talent. It's about grooming the next generation of talent, because we're sitting here in this space, but what happens after? And that for me is super important. And I think the Luries, together with creative agencies, with brands, are doing the most right now so that we not only create a better talent pool for now, but for the next generation. So I think it's so important to keep that at the top of our heads.
Yes, that's so beautiful. And you know, I've seen so many industries where everyone like kind of looks around and goes, who's next? Oh no, and they're scrambling because it's too late, because they haven't groomed anyone. So thank you for that. I think that that's so important. But Desh, I want to ask you about the masterclass that you are moderating. Honey, what is going to be going on? And especially because I know it's going to be something that is available to people to watch and consume.
Yes.
what can they expect?
I think ultimately it comes out of, I keep talking about these WhatsApp chats. As marketers, we've been having these offline chats. And I said, you know, what if we bring it to life? And I've launched a podcast, no plug here. I've launched a podcast called Hype and Happening, available everywhere. And this is its first live show. So cool marketers talking about how you can really drive culture, and it's turning into a cheat sheet. So if you follow at that dish or Hype and Happening, you'll get everything you need to, because we're digital on demand.
Beautiful. Oh, girl, doing the things that need to be done. I love that. And speaking about doing the things, you know, obviously, guys, there's a whole lot of creative agencies that are here in Cape Town, in Johannesburg, all over the country. Not everyone could be here, right? So let's talk about this. You know, what is it that they're doing right at the moment? Because like I said, all of you came out guns blazing. What is the marketing industry getting right now that you genuinely are like, that's the thumbs up, that's the thing we're celebrating this week?
Well, look, I mean, Durban, PE, the whole of SA, right? From a KZN girl. So, I mean, looking at what brands as well as agencies are doing, it's so important to actually, the people that are here, take that back. To whether it's on your digital platforms, whether it's actually taking that back and cascading it to your teams, it's so important. There's, it's a privilege to be at these events. It's such an honor to be involved in these things, but it's so important to then take it and actually then translate the creativity that you're seeing and grow it, right? Grow it, next gen. And important for us to take, not from the world to Africa, Africa to the world. So this is where we start. This is where we start.
I love that. And Ray, what would you say? The thing that the creative industry is that's just really getting right now?
I think a lot of brands, well, I love what Desh was saying earlier about partnerships. You know, I think a lot of people are working together to try to solve all of these problems that I was talking about. But I think the most important thing for us is that a lot more brands are leading with authenticity, which is really important, because we're living in a world where us as consumers, we really care about a lot more things today. You know, and we're only going to support the brands that care about the same things that we do. So I think that what's really cool is that we're bridging that gap a lot more. So it's a little bit more challenging for brands, and the brands now understand that they have to partner with other people to solve these problems, because they're so segmented in their own little world that they may not be able to get the opportunity to communicate with various consumers. So I think where the partnerships come in is just to elevate that level and just to give access. I think that's the most important thing. And we're here to leverage all of that access. And I love what Dee was saying, is that now it's our responsibility to go back home, wherever we're from,
and tell everybody.
And spread the love.
I love that. And I love what you guys are doing. Guys, congratulations on such a successful week thus far.
Thank you.
And I know it's only going to continue to get better with the awards tonight and everything. So all the best. I'll see you there. We're going to be there at the Lourdes Kasana, if you didn't know. And this is why you also need to get involved, because it is actually available everywhere. You just got to head over to luries.com and you can get all of the information right there. Right about now, though, the goodness continues. I'm going to continue chatting to these guys here, right? But Carissa's got a little something for you. Carissa, what's going on, honey?
I do have a little something for you. In fact, Zan, I'm going to save you some because this is absolutely incredible. Today we're unboxing Woolies' range of baking kits, and it gives us an edited choice with everything we need to create flavorful, but listen, also classic desserts. Now, Woolies product developer for baking, Fikile Hlwachayo, is here to introduce us to their range of everyday celebration cake mixes, and it's just perfect for both entertaining and also, you know, the festive season is coming. All the fun is here for you. Fikile, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's always such a pleasure being here.
Yes, listen, if there's one thing about Woolies, you guys are open. Come festive, come Easter, come any time of the year. You have got us. So I know that convenience is something we're all looking for, especially with life being so demanding. How have you guys sort of fed into that when it comes to desserts?
So we've basically formulated our kits in such a way that it saves the customer time and effort in the kitchen, and they can always expect consistent, high-quality home-baked goods without the hassle of measuring and mixing all the ingredients. Also, it allows them enough time to focus on other things. And what's really lovely about these kits is that we received quite good feedback from our customers saying that they actually enjoy the ease of the use of the kits. So we're pretty confident that these will actually be a staple in every home baker's pantry.
I love that. And you have put your love, thought, tears, energy, your heart into this. So I know that it's definitely going to be received with just as much love. And there's so many different options. I mean, I'm looking straight over at the chocolate s'more inspired cake mix. I mean, how do you even come up with these different things? Milk tart inspired cake mix?
So we've got a new celebration, everyday celebration range, which we've just recently introduced. So that consists of 3 flavors, the chocolate s'mores inspired, the milk tart, and the tiramisu. So basically, we draw inspiration from local flavors that our customers really like. And we also look at any global trends that can resonate with our South African customer. And we basically wanted to coincide and tie everything and bring in basically the iconic desserts that can be accessible to everyone every day.
Oh, I love that. Listen, when it comes to Christmas this year, Mom, don't worry, I got it. I got it, because Woolworths has got me. We need to get into this. Milk tart mix is what we're doing right now. It's the milk tart cake mix, but we're going to top it up with something delicious.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the icing that basically comes in
with the kit.
With the kit?
Yes.
Just have to heat it up with some milk.
Yep.
Cool it down.
Yes, so we basically give you the full end solution.
Yes.
The only thing you basically have to add is your additions, which is your liquid.
Yeah.
So we try and teach the customer a bit of skill.
Oh,
so
I
here
love
it's
it.
quite easy, simple. You just add your warm milk, put it in the microwave. So because we call this a milk tart inspired cake mix, we basically deconstruct the milk tart in the form of a cake. So you've got your lovely flavorful cinnamon spice sponge with the creamy custard filling, which goes as the frosting on top. So yeah.
So here, let's get to baking. Well, this is our version of baking anyway. So we're going to add the premix into some batter and mix it all together. Okay, I'm going to try. Baking is like really not my forte, but honestly, I feel like you've made it so easy and also not intimidating.
Not at all.
For us to step inside and really feel good and feel confident in what we're putting on the table. Because I'm telling you, come festive, this is going to be a fave. Okay, so we're just mixing this together.
Mix that together.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, and we're there.
And voila.
Ah, Vikile, can I say that I love you? Because maybe I love you.
Buddy was found shaking.
Telling you. Oh, that smells divine. Okay, so that's all mixed together. Is there a certain way that you like to put it on, or do you just go crazy?
So because these are normally done at home, you can, this is your playground, your open canvas. So you can just spread a little bit on top and then spread it quite slightly thin.
Thinner?
Yeah. And then just add a little bit more.
Are we going around the edges too, or
Yeah,
just the
just
top?
a little bit.
A little bit around the edges.
Yeah.
I love using the word rustic because I feel like then you can get away with anything. In fact, this looks like someone's wedding cake. Maybe I should make my own wedding cake.
Actually, that's a good idea.
It's a great idea.
So that's about enough. I think we're good there. Let me help you with this one.
Yeah.
And then...
Are we layering?
Yes.
So I don't even have to make it look that good on the top.
You can always do that with the additions you add on top. And then...
Wow.
Bob's your uncle. We add this one.
A 2-tier cake. I don't know. I wasn't
one
expecting that. I thought we had our own individual cakes here. I love this. Okay.
So all of this comes from one kit. You can actually make one big large cake, one medium size, which is a 2-layered.
Yes.
And you can also get like about 12 or 14 muffins from it.
Oh, come on. I also saw over there you've got a savory muffin mix. So we're not only dealing with the sweets, right? Love that.
We've got a bit of everything for everyone.
And you must.
Look at that. You're actually doing quite good.
Are you impressed, Vikile?
I
Oh, my
am.
goodness. You know what's going to make this even better? I'm going to top it with some strawberries.
Oh, I love that.
You've never seen a milk tart like this before, I can tell you that much. Okay, let's see. What if I just like put it on the outside?
And then you can add one there.
Ooh, what's your favorite one?
Oh, do I really have to pick
You're going to have to
one?
pick at least, okay, 3
So
if you have to.
I've got quite a few, and it's mostly from the new ones.
Yes.
So definitely carrot cake is my favorite.
Oh, I love
because it's got literal carrot pieces inside.
Oh, come
so you just
on.
rehydrate them with a bit of water, add it to your batter mix, and voila, you've got the most delicious, flavorful, and moist carrot cake. And then lastly, chocolate is always such a win.
It's a hit.
Always, always a
Yeah.
win. So the chocolate s'mores one is quite fun, and I also like that it's rich and decadent and very delicious. Oh, look at how lovely
You
this
had me at rich
is.
and decadent because that's how I like things, okay? Rich and decadent. Okay, this looks absolutely gorgeous. I am so impressed with myself. All thanks to Fikile, thank you.
It's a pleasure.
You saved me time and I've created magic is what I'm telling you.
In less than 30 minutes.
Literally seconds. This is flop proof also and flavorful. We're going to taste some in just a bit. And all you have to do is shop Woolworths' new range of everyday celebration cake mixes in store, online, and even on the app. It'll be at your door sooner than you can think. Shall we taste it?
Yes.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Taste is always
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso, and this is for my cat lovers out there. This is going to be a perfect moment for you to lean in. Cats may be natural roamers, but what happens when your little explorer wants to taste the great outdoors? Now, we've got an incredible pet behaviorist here. Karis Nafty is here alongside me, armed with tips, advice, and support on creating the perfect adventure while staying out of dangerous territory. And this is true, you know, we love cats roaming around. You know, I feel like it's like you and I, we've been roaming around so much, we haven't seen each other for ages.
Yeah.
So it's great, it's lovely, cats are like that, that's their instinct. But now let's talk a little bit more about the safety factors around allowing our cats to go do their thing. Because yes, we want them to be indoors and safe, etc. But how can parents foster a bit more safety when we are letting our cats explore the outdoors?
Exactly, because we've got the outdoors and we've also got cars, we've got
Yes.
neighbor dogs, there's a whole lot of things. There's birds that the cats might kill. So there's a lot of reasons to think about building a catio for your cat.
Did you
which
say a
is-
catio?
I said a catio, yes.
Okay.
Okay, have you heard of a catio, Carl?
I've heard of a patio.
Okay, so just use your imagination.
Okay, I'm closing my eyes, yes.
So a catio is a cat containable outdoor space for cats where they can be outside, but there's a roof and all the sides are cat proofed, let's say, so that they can't go beyond the catio, which is a really good compromise if you live in a flat or if you're in a house that's in a busy area.
Okay.
So your cat can have the outdoor experience, but it's still safe.
I understand. It's obviously a controlled environment and there's no risks. And I think as a cat owner, you don't want that sort of anxiety of like, where's my cat and what is my cat returning into my home with, on my couch, etc. So a catio. So some of the basics in creating a catio, just kind of go through them, just make sure it's like a little space that is intentionally for the cat to explore.
Exactly.
Is that what you're
Yes, you
creating?
can buy pre-made ones. You can make them yourself. So it's a fully outdoor space, outdoor area. But it's got small, thin fencing that the cats can't jump out of. Obviously, cats can climb out of anything, so it has to have a roof. It has to. So it's something to. You can get really creative with it. There's competitions. I saw now in Los Angeles, there's a cat catio competition happening. It's big art. I mean, yes, proper.
Okay.
So it's something that people are embracing to make their home beautiful and keep their cat really safe. So it's a wonderful way for your cat to get outside because cats do love the outside space. They love to lie in the sun. They love to feel the air on their whiskers, as it were.
Well, that's beautiful. That is. So the catio, great. But of course, the behavior of the cat is something that you want to get used to. You want to make sure that the cat is, I'm going to say, not that they can be, but almost compliant to the safety measures you've put in place for them. Let's talk about leash training for cats. I know leashes are more a dog thing, but leash training for cats, where do we start with that? Because I hear that there's some benefits to it.
Definitely. So that's the other way to get your cat outside safely if they can't be allowed to run loose.
Interesting.
So you have to be incredibly
Yes.
patient. So my first tip for people who want to leash train their cat, do not pretend it's a dog because it's not. You have to get them used to A, being outside, and B, wearing the actual leash and collar itself. So my suggestion if you want to leash train your cat is to first get them used to a collar and a harness inside. Because if you go outside and suddenly put on this funny thing that will feel ticklish to a cat,
Too much stimulus.
yeah, they're going to like roll around and do somersaults like it's burning acid, which of course it's not. But then they'll get used to it.
All right.
And then when you start to go outside with them, start very, very slowly. So just go out your front door, let them sniff around, because when cats are in a territory that they don't know, their instinct is to run away and hide. So be prepared when you do take your cat outside that if they hear something or like a dog barks at them, they might go, ooh, and puff up and just try to run. So make sure you're holding the leash really tight and don't be in a hurry. Okay, your cat might walk 2 steps and just roll around, and that's just what cats do. So you have to get into a cat mindset with it and have a towel with you so that when you're first walking with them, if they do get a little bit panicked about being outside, you can wrap them in a towel. Have you ever tried holding a cat that's scratching you?
Yes.
Yes, and then you get all
Yeah,
the...
not a fun thing.
Not a
In fact,
fun
I might
thing.
have some more.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
I've got some good scars, literally. So if you have a towel as a safety, if your cat suddenly gets overwhelmed and is puffing
Yes.
up and grabbing on, you can wrap them in a towel and quietly take them home so that you don't get hurt and they don't get frightened.
That's such great advice. Quick one on some of the risks. We're not naive to risks. We want our cats to enjoy the outdoors, but there are a few risks. Parasites, etc. Can you take us through some of the risks that the cat owners need to be aware of? Obviously not afraid of, because there are intervention measures out there, but what are we looking at?
So cats can pick up any parasites, fleas, ticks,
Yes.
any little bugs that are out in the environment. They can pick it up from other animals that they encounter. They can just come in
Yes.
from the ground and from the dirt. So any domestic animal you have, but certainly cats,
Yes.
you want to make sure you're protecting them. If your cat does, kill a bird or kill small mice, which they do, they can also pick up parasites that way. So you want to be very proactive that your animal is completely protected around all the variety of things they could bring home with them.
This is fantastic. Karis, as always, you bring us a wealth of knowledge, and we are definitely going to try a catio,
Yes.
leash training, and of course, making sure that that towel is available to us if we are going to take our cat for a walk to make sure that they are feeling comfortable. I love that. It's all about an emotional connection with your cat. Now, as cat parents, we want nothing but the best for our furry friends, and that means keeping them safe. NexGuard Combo is part of the NexGuard brand family, the global #1 pet parasiticide in sales. It is the only broad spectrum protection for cats, targeting everything from fleas and ticks and mites and tapeworms to roundworms, hookworms, lungworms, and even heartworm disease. All in one easy-to-use monthly topical solution. Whether you have a tiny kitten just 8 weeks old or a proud mama cat, NexGuard Combo is designed to keep them healthy and happy so you can enjoy more cuddle moments without worry. Now remember, you also stand a chance to win, because I love it when you win. 2,000 Rand in cash. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and just tell me this. If your cat is an indoor or an outdoor roamer, don't forget to add #NextGuardCombo and #GuardiansOfLove. Competition closes at midday tomorrow. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Enjoy the catio.
So cute. I love all chats about animals. Are you an animal lover?
I am mostly a dog and cat lover. The ones that are wild. I'm scared. I'm scared of
How about
them.
the reptiles?
Yo!
Oh, sorry. I
Please,
pushed it.
Let's keep it to the cats. Please.
No, I love it. Well, listen, on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we want to get into chats from cats to retirement. I know you're wondering, how does it come together? Somehow, it really does.
You have
meld.
cats in retirement.
Thank you. About 5 cats at that too. We want to show you how to save and invest when it comes to retirement, because really, we want to retire on a yacht somewhere.
Yeah, of course. And then I have my little cat there.
Oh.
Especially for aesthetics, you know
Come
what I mean?
on.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Instagram.
Also on the way, Graham goes and gets his eyes tested for World Sight Day, my friend, which you also need to go do if you didn't know, okay? We're going to get into all of that and a whole lot more right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Do not go anywhere.
We'll see you after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here in S3. Now, there are a few things in this life that are certain. One thing we can be sure of is that we are all, dare I say it, here's the ellipsis, wait for it, anticipation, aging.
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Breaking my heart
Can
there.
feel. Well, I mean, not you two, but
Thank
me.
you. That's what we wanted to hear.
Okay.
But you are right, Carl. I mean, look at who I am now and who I was 5 years ago. In terms of that, I can definitely recognize growth. And I must say, she's grown. She's a grown woman.
Oh, darling. I mean, for me, as I age, I think about my future, like my family's future, and all of those things that come with it. But then I also think about my retirement, right, guys? Because I'm 30. That's like halfway to retirement.
Sure.
So now it's like, what exactly is going to happen in those 30 years? And I feel like we all see it in those movies, those rich, retired guys on the boats living the soft life. And we wonder, how do we get there? You know, how do we eat and like kind of just like set ourselves up so that we are not having to work into our golden years, but rather we're laying back and enjoying.
The labor that we put into it. No, I'm here for it. I also want to be a guy, an old guy on a boat somewhere.
Well, not a boat somewhere. What are you talking about? It's the people in Joburg who are retiring that come to Cape Town, sitting in it.
Wow.
Okay? I'm just saying, Zalele, they come into Cape Town. The people that you are seeing, they live here.
My brother. Please, my brother.
They live here. That's the thing. But of course, we need to think about this. And even at a young age, we have to think about that.
The young age. There's some young somewhere here.
The young age. Okay, so at what age do you think one should retire? I think that's a question. So you said you're 30 now.
Yes.
You said you're halfway there. So you're saying 60.
At 60, I'm going to
Right,
retire,
you're saying-
but I'll still do a radio show on the SABC 1 hour a week.
I think you definitely will.
We want to hear from Zan Jess, for sure. She said, we can name it Jess.
Yeah, that's me.
Joburg exchange student, in case you missed it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would love to at 40. That's what I used to think growing up. But now that I'm 8 years away, I said, give me a second.
Hold up.
Hold up a minute. But also I would, like you said, like to work forever, basically, but not work to the point where I'm sweating and crying, you know? I also want the work that I put in to work for me, which is why retirement funds, for example, are so important.
Well, I mean, just I'm 2 years away from 40,
Aye, aye,
so
aye,
I just want to let you know that.
But you were saying
the
2 years
question
away
is,
from retirement.
No. Well, I'm working my butt off now. It's going to happen. But have you started saving for retirement? I think that's the big question that we'd like to ask you. Also, you know, when do you think is the best time to start saving? And I mean, do you think it's important to enjoy life now while saving for retirement? And how do you find that balance? These are big questions that we're asking you because we need to do this. We need to start looking at the future now because planning starts now, and it's about the patience in planning that's important. Because as you know, instant gratification is the biggest barrier to forward thinking.
That's a tough one, and that's me, I'm not going to lie.
Me too.
If I have to call myself out, I definitely like things now.
I want my yacht now.
Now.
I need it now.
Let's go Hobbs.
Okay, please. Okay, a yacht?
Yeah, I'm in it.
Yeah, okay. For the young people.
Oh, yes, thank you so much. All right, you two, let Uncle tell you it is essential to have conversations like these because we didn't kind of know or didn't even realize how tough it is to navigate something like retirement, especially when it's too late. And you don't want it to be too late. Ladies.
Never ever.
Gentlemen, everybody in between, remember, this is your life. Don't look at it as a linear measure. I think it's important to enjoy it and know that there are moments that you will enjoy in the future. Now, with ABSA, your story matters.
Yes.
So head to absa.co.za for more info on how you can save and invest for retirement. Start thinking about it. Start asking those questions today because your future actually starts right now.
Malume, call. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome, my
The
girls.
wisdom. Okay, let's help you up. Can you stand up?
Just
Can you
give me a man.
Thousands of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
Listen, this is absolutely one of those beautiful mornings where we're having such a good time. But friend, I feel like we still need to have important conversations, right? Yeah, 100%.
And continuing, I mean, on the conversation about today's fast-paced world, we often overlook one of our most vital resources, and that's our vision. It's our eyes. And it's World Sight Day, and we're taking a closer look at why regular eye exams, I need to go for one of those, are definitely key to maintaining your vision.
Very true. And talking about maintaining vision, we sent one of our youngest members to go check it out, Graham, who headed to ExecuSpecs in Canal to learn how we can protect our eyes for the future. Do take a look.
Now, here's a bit of an eye-opener. According to the World Health Organization, every 5 seconds, somewhere in the world, somebody goes blind. That is terrifying. Now, added to that, up to 80% of major eye problems could be prevented with the right care. That's a sobering thought, but it means we've got to take action. So I'm here at the incredible ExecuSpecs in Canal Walk as they gear up for World Sight Day. I'm going to find out more about eye health and why it is so vitally important that we do spend time taking care of our eyes. Let's go. Thank you so much for letting us into your beautiful space. Clearly, the stylistic elements are here, and that gets me excited. But what I'm most excited about is treating my eyes. And I know that so many problems when it comes to the health of our eyes are preventable. So let's empower me and empower our viewers. Maybe you can start with a few tips, maybe 3 or 4 things to focus on when it comes to eye health.
Yeah, firstly, the most important thing is to remember that our eyes work so hard for us, especially now in this modern world. So we need to look after them. It's not just about seeing well, but seeing comfortably. Secondly, the age-old saying of prevention is better than cure. You know, with all the modern technology now, there's really no reason why we can't pick up any condition that's there. Lastly is style. I mean, at ExecuSpecs, it's all about how good you can look. We really want you to look amazing. So, you know, it's not good enough just to have one pair, maybe have more than one look. And yeah, your style really matters.
What is a customer guaranteed of when they walk into ExecuSpecs?
It's really about this beautiful word that we try and use all the time, is this unordinariness. You know, optometry is something that you think, I'm going to go in and I'm going to get this clinical experience, I'm going to have my eyes looked after. But at ExecuSpecs, we take it to the unordinary. We notice that you are more than just a set of eyeballs. We see the person behind you, we slow it down, we really interact with you and get to know about your lifestyle, about your visual needs, and then we try and get to know you a little bit more so that you want to come back again and again and change your style and find out how good it is to care for yourself and for your eyesight.
Thank you so much. I think I'm ready. Should we kick off?
Yes. So this is Ivan, our resident optometrist, and he's going to be looking after your eyeballs today, Graham.
Well, good luck. Eben, before we get down to business, I've got to say, the second I walk in here, it kind of feels like my trusted old GP space. I'm comfortable, I feel safe. This doesn't feel clinical at all. At what age should we be bringing our children in for eye tests? How should we approach their journey?
So we normally start from 6 years in our practices because we've got a nice program called the Little Visionaries. So we know glasses are expensive and a lot of families are struggling out there. From 6 to 12 years of age, we do a complimentary eye test on them.
Oh, wow.
If we then find they need glasses, we also give them complimentary spectacles, frames, lenses, everything.
So let's talk about the parents now. I haven't had my eyes tested in a while. How often should we be getting our eyes tested? How should we approach our eye care as adults or for the man on the street?
So definitely we say 2 years, because basically we don't just look at your vision. We've got lots of other stuff that we look at as well. Like, is there a cataract starting, which you might not even notice in the beginning? Is there diabetic changes at the back of the eye? And one of the leading causes of blindness is glaucoma, which you won't even know you have until the issues start appearing, like peripheral vision loss. So eventually those people that never come in for a test, they never get tested, they end up having pinhole effect or just central vision, which is bad, and it can cause blindness. So now I want you to try and read for me what letters you do see there.
A D in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to go E, G, D, N, S, maybe.
So this just gives us a summary of the eyes. So you can see a minus always means short-sighted, so that affects your distance vision, as you said.
Okay.
You struggle at distance.
For sure.
That second part is the astigmatism, so that's the shape of the cornea, slightly oval-shaped, especially nighttime driving, things like that can be impacted by that. So what I would recommend for you is, for now, just single vision glasses, which will assist nighttime driving, watching TV, going to sporting events.
I love the fact that here you can go tip of the spear fashion. You can go after those premier international fashion brands which have stood the test of time for a reason. The classics look amazing. If you want to look like David Beckham, you can literally put on the glasses and look like David Beckham. There are some beautiful choices within the more accessible range, and the fact that they can apply all of this intellectual property, all of their experience, their understanding of the space and people with the Baker range, absolutely beautiful. And there is something for every personality type, even the split personalities like me. I could be a different person every day of the week. So much fun. I think I now am beginning to understand what unordinary, and I think I'm unordinary in the way that I live my life, but this is a place where you can come and play, you can see yourself in a different light, and that's very special.
So Graham, I think this is the one.
Okay.
We've been through the classic look, we've got the, the dark, that's really safe, but I think this is the winner, hey?
All right.
This one looks really smart, ticks all the boxes, loving the grey crystal, very, very smart. Dress it up, dress it down, really suits you.
Sure. This experience has been incredible. I think you can see on my face how happy I am to be seeing the world literally through new eyes. Whether you are young or maybe a little older and very young at heart, make sure that you get your eyes tested regularly. We heard it from the team, every 2 years at least, to ensure their longevity and, of course, get the best possible performance out of these incredible tools that we have. And please don't lose sight of the health of your eyes. Book your exam now online at execuspecs.co.za. And even better, come in and meet this amazing team firsthand. This has been amazing.
Oh my goodness, do you see how gorgeous Graham looks with those glasses? This is why you shouldn't be afraid to go get those eyes tested, honey. Come on.
You should do it. I mean, prevention is always better than cure. So protect your vision this World Sight Day by booking a comprehensive eye examination at ExecuSpecs. Head to execuspecs.co.za to schedule your checkup right now.
Oh, you said execuspecs.co. Okay.
There we go.
Because I need to get my eyes tested. I'll do that while you take a break. I'll see you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey you, welcome back to Expresso, and aim for Diski Millions by playing Sports Stake 8 fixture list 789 for an estimated jackpot of 2.4 million rand. This Thursday, don't get left behind. The fixture list closes at 5:30. So play Sports Stake 8 right now in store on nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app. And of course, this is for your shot at winning big. Talking about winning, we had Michael Neal on the show today, and he's still here for an exclusive I Won Candy. I Won Michael Neal. Here it is.
On fire. I want candy. the beach, there's nothing better. But I like candy when it's wrapped in a sweater. But someday soon